are the Clinton High School cheerleaders here at Oak Ridge Utility District getting fired up for tonight's game. Ready? Dragons are ready. Dragons are smooth. Dragons gonna take control and roll right over you. Dragons are ready. Dragons are smooth. Dragons gonna take control and roll right over you. Say what? Dragons are ready. Dragons are smooth. Dragons gonna take control and roll right over you.
Host your friends in style and be the envy of the neighborhood when entertaining this football season with natural gas appliances purchased from ORUD using their 0% financing.
Want to cozy up next to a natural gas fireplace after a chilly night at the field? Let ORUD help you with the play-by-play to truly make your house feel like a home.
Let ORUD help you clean up after the game with the reliability and convenience of a natural gas water heater and the energy savings of a natural gas dryer.
Adding a natural gas grill to your home ensures that you will never have to run to the store before kickoff to fill up your propane tank again. Make the switch today.
So be the champion of your team and score a touchdown with Oak Ridge Utility District and natural gas, a winning combination.
Go Dragons! Go Dragons! Go Dragons! Go the orange!
I'm alive.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Clinton City Field for tonight's matchup between the Clinton Dragons and the visiting Oak Ridge Wildcats. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by this young man beside me, David Queener. Mr. Queener, I got to say.
David, man.
Listen, I always knew that I would end up working with you at some point. Having to fill in for Ron Berry, which huge shoes for me to fill, by the way. But
they're not that big. Take my word, okay?
I'm thankful to be sitting here beside a legend in his own mind, and well, not just in yours, but a lot of other people's.
I'm not even a legend, that's for sure.
So I am Aaron Harvey filling in for Ron Berry tonight. We have a Region 3-5A matchup tonight, an Anderson County rivalry as well. So it's not just a region matchup, it's also an Anderson County rivalry as Oak Ridge takes on Clinton tonight. Oak Ridge, of course, comes into this game 6-1 on the season, and Clinton is struggling to get by this season. They're 2-5 under Coach Randy McCamey. What do you know about this Oak Ridge Wildcat team this year?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think the Oak Ridge Wildcats are probably the best team in 5A. They're not ranked number one. Fulton's ranked number one, but we disagree with that here at Channel 12, myself and Jonathan Cox. Well, we think Oak Ridge is the number one team. Cox has watched. He has saw Fulton play, which he's a big Fulton guy. Okay?
That's right.
So when he says that, you got to remember his background, okay, being a Fulton guy, okay? So when he says that, that's what he means. He's seen Catholic play, he's seen Oak Ridge, and he's seen Fulton. He thinks out of those three teams that Oak Ridge is the best team. Now, does that mean that since we made that statement 4 or 5 weeks ago that could have changed and Fulton might have caught up a little bit? We don't know. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when Fulton and Oak Ridge play probably for the region championship.
And we do think that will be for the region championship. You saw the standings come up just a moment ago as Oak Ridge and Fulton are leading the way there. Both teams undefeated in the region. Clinton, there you see the graphic again. So Fulton and Oak Ridge 3-0. The rest of these playoff standings are really up for grabs. Clinton is coming into this game with one region win. I think that if you can get to 4 wins in the region, you're definitely in. So that's talking to Campbell County West and Clinton Carnes, obviously. But in order for Clinton to get to those 4 wins, they would have to win this game tonight, and that's going to be a tall task.
Well, what we thought a couple of weeks ago, if Clinton could win 2 out of the 4, okay, that's Campbell County left and Karns left. You beat Campbell County and Karns, then it could possibly be Fulton, Oak Ridge West, and Clinton. That's what we sort of thought. So Powell's not on there right now, but Powell does have a small mathematical chance, but it's real small, though.
That is really small, and Clinton picking up its 1 region win from Powell because Powell because Powell had to forfeit that game. Powell comes back and defeats West, which helps Clinton out because that's a game that West had to play and didn't get the benefit of the forfeit because Powell, a very talented team, as everyone knows.
Yes, they are. And like I said, we think if Clinton can win 2 out of 4, if they can win 2 out of 4, and that's not counting tonight, win the last 2 games, beat Campbell County and Karns, Clinton has an outside chance of getting in the playoffs. So lose one of those games, I think their chances go way down. I just don't think there's a way or a scenario to put them back in.
Folks, we welcome you again to tonight's pregame, which is brought to you by Scott Burton for mayor. With Scott as your Clinton mayor, the fund balance in the city of Clinton has increased from $700,000 in 2010 to $7 million in 2018. Debt has decreased by $4.5 million, and 6 firemen, 3 resource officers, and 4 new patrol officers have all been added since he became the mayor of Clinton. Scott Burton for mayor, a proven record of excellence paid for by the candidate. And we'd also like to say, if you're watching us now, joining us on BBB TV Channel 12 in Oak Ridge, and you have to leave the home, maybe you got to go to the store or whatever it is, you want to go get some hot wings or some popcorn, whatever it is, you can tune us in on your radio as well, WYHM, that is AM 580 and FM 103.9. So again, Aaron Harvey, David Queener here at Clinton City Field, getting ready for this region matchup between Clinton and Oak Ridge. We'll be back in a moment.
Breaker, good buddy. We've just rolled in from Georgia with a truckload of throw rugs. That was back in my truck driving days, many years ago. Rugs are still rolling in from Georgia every month, featuring Oriental and contemporary area rugs, carpet-style throw rugs, and much more. All rugs are sold at the lowest prices possible. Find your rug at Hammer Stores.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Rome County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area. All types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Big E's Deli and Market is now open in Rockwood at 326 North Gateway Avenue. They have both 100% gas and gas with ethanol. They are open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Come by and visit the new owners of Big E's. They have all types of sandwiches in the deli, plus competitive gas prices and the coldest drinks in town. That's Big E's Market, 326 North Gateway Avenue in Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
And welcome back into the Scott Burton for Mayor pregame show. BBB Channel 12 and WYHM both streaming this broadcast tonight, so we can bring you the action of Clinton and Oak Ridge as the Wildcats visit the Dragons here at Clinton City Field. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by David Queener, and we're going to talk about these two teams. Tonight has a really good opportunity to be a fast game, Mr. Queener, because you don't want me calling you Mr. Queener.
No, call me David, man.
Okay, I'm going to call you David. Tonight has a really a good chance of being a quick game because Clinton is going to try to run the ball 80% of the time, and Oak Ridge is going to try to run the ball about 50% of the time. That's going to be a lot of time off the clock.
Well, as we know, when you don't put the ball in the air, it doesn't hit the ground. So
that's
if you
right.
Keep running the ball, you run the clock too. And I tell you what, we got the chance tonight to probably, in my opinion, which matters only to me, one of the best defensive backs maybe in the state of Tennessee right now, Mr. Booker. I mean, the yardage that he's got this year in interceptions, returns, 2 touchdowns, one for 105, one for 98. He's just man, that's instant offense on defense. So he's the real deal.
Tremendous offense. It's the complimentary football that you hear about all the time, and Mr. Booker plays some complimentary football. Plays on both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball, he'll probably be the quarterback tonight, starting out. They do rotate in another younger kid that'll probably come in and play a little bit, but you'll see Mr. Booker a lot tonight in the first half. Probably I don't know about the second half, but you'll see him in the first half a lot.
Yeah,
and he's exciting too. I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
Talk about Herbert Booker. He's got 7 touchdowns on the year rushing, and that's from the quarterback position. The second leading rusher on this team behind Jordan Graham, and he's got 466 yards gained from scrimmage. So pretty good athlete.
Speed first of all with Booker, then Graham more speed. So Oak Ridge brings a lot of speed in tonight. So this could be a track meet one side. And you're right, Clinton does run the ball. You said 80%. I might even go ahead and say 90. They don't throw. I think they maybe a couple games they've not even attempted a pass.
Yeah.
I really don't know how you survive in 5A football if you don't throw the ball some. I think you got to throw it a little bit. I'm not saying you got to throw it 40 times. I remember back in the day, Rockwood just maybe throw it 7 or 8. You got to keep people honest. I just think you just have to keep them honest.
Well, yeah, and if you're going to run the ball that much, let's say they do run it 80% of the time, then you're going to have successful first downs. You can't get behind on the sticks. But one of the benefits of running the ball that much, if you are Clinton, is you can be able to shorten the game. If you can get some good runs,
correct,
then you can keep your defense off the field and sustain some drives and shorten the length of this game. And that would be a huge key tonight for Clinton if they wanted to try to pull off this upset.
Well, I think Clinton's got to keep the ball tonight, limit the turnovers and penalties, something that's really sort of got them a little bit this year, and maybe if it's an offense that, Aaron, it's not really built to come from behind because they don't throw the ball very well. So I don't think Clinton can get 14 or 21 points behind tonight, and you honestly feel good about them coming back. I don't think that's going to happen. And even though they did at Seymour, they did come back at the Seymour game and tied that game up, and it went down into some overtime action there at the end. So they did do it in that game. We were down by more than 21 at one point over there. So yes, that's possible.
But to your point, Clinton also doesn't get started off very fast at all. Being outscored in the first half this season, 97-36. Which is including 49-29 in the first quarter and being outscored in the second quarter 48-7. You cannot come out slow tonight against this Oak Ridge team if you want to get the win.
No, if that's the case, this game will be over in the first half, and we'll have a running clock in the second half. I think Clinton needs to come out on fire tonight, just to be honest with you. You shouldn't have to do much of a speech tonight to the Dragons. Me being a Clinton guy, you really shouldn't have to. I mean, this is Oak Ridge. This is one of the biggest rivalries for Clinton that they've got. And, in the crowd here tonight is really – I'm really shocked. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I'm a Clinton. I remember when you used to have to get here at 3:30 to get in this ball game when it was here. Packed. So it's a little light tonight. Get on out here if you're watching us on TV.
Yeah, Oak Ridge, the storied tradition, the storied program. You got 8 state championships for the Wildcats. Everybody in the state of Tennessee, if they hear the school name Oak Ridge, you hear the Wildcats, you know that if you're playing them football, you're going to have a very difficult matchup, rather, is what I meant to say. And so Clinton coming into this game, if you're Las Vegas and you're putting a line on this, you're probably making Clinton a 4 to 5 touchdown underdog, aren't you?
You probably could, but you probably could say that realistically.
So, but that doesn't mean anything. That's why you play the game. You line it up to play.
Well, that's why, rivalry games, you really don't know what's going to happen, and you're right. That's why you put it on the tee and kick it off and run the plays, and you see what happens. Could Clinton win tonight? Sure could, but they'll have to play air-free football. They'll have to play the best game they played in the last 2 years. I mean, if Coach McCain will have to work some miracles tonight, we'll see where he's going to get a good judge tonight where his program's really at in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and you got to wonder about the mindset of these Clinton kids coming into this game, because this is an Anderson County thing. You said you're a Clinton guy, so even though all the teams in Anderson County aren't in the same region and all, Clinton went. They played Anderson County. Right. And at the end of that game, there was some jabbering back and forth. There was an incident. We won't get into that, but you have to wonder what the mindset of these Clinton kids are, because me, speaking as a 29-year-old adult, if that happened at the end of the Anderson County game, I'm mad, and I'm saying, okay, so Anderson County, they got us. They blew us off the field, and there were some words that were exchanged. That's making me mad, and I'm going to say, okay, but I'm not going to finish last in Anderson County, and here's the game that you come out and you prove it.
Yeah, you got to prove it. And we all say this is a big rivalry game, but if you look at the wins and losses, it's really just another big football game. It's not a rivalry game. It's sort of like Anderson County starting to spread it out a little bit on Clinton. And Clinton needs to – there's no better time than tonight to turn this thing around and get it turned around. This would – I really think if Clinton could win tonight, this would prevail them on. Probably puts them in the district, probably puts them in the playoffs, and probably puts a Clinton football program back on track to where it needs to go next year.
And that's what a game like this can do when you're playing Oak Ridge. It would get the attention of everybody across the entire state of Tennessee. Not even just East Tennessee. Tonight, when people are tuning in to watch the Friday night scoreboard show and they're seeing that graphic come up on the screen saying that Clinton defeated Oak Ridge, they're going to think that somebody messed up. They're going to think that some producer put up the wrong score.
That's right.
And they're going to have to get online and double-check that. And when they do, and if they were to see that Clinton actually did pull off this upset tonight, it's going to turn a lot of heads.
And also, I think Clinton maybe could get a moral victory here tonight if they could play a close ball game and just make it close. I think that morale-wise would help for these last 2 games. A blowout tonight could be devastating, okay? It could be. You could lose your football team if you get blowed out tonight.
I agree with you completely. Clinton comes into this game with 1 region win, and they didn't even win that game. It was a forfeit. But they still have an opportunity to go to the playoffs. It's not just a game for pride. There's more on the line tonight. You could give you the momentum that you need if you're Clinton to get into a position to make the playoffs.
And I'm sure Clinton's talked about this all year long from the type of weightlifting in the wintertime. Hey, we want to go to the playoffs. We want to go. So in order to go, you've got to win those games. And I just think if Clinton gets blowed tonight, I just think that it's going to be tough on it. It's going to be tough on the Dragons. Coach McCamey, he'll get to earn his money. He'll have to pull a rabbit out of the hat the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you know this. I don't have to tell you this, but when you have a program that doesn't win a lot of games, you've got some athletes in the school program that might focus their attention on other sports as opposed to putting on the pads and playing on Friday nights. And
that's correct.
Because it's easy to get hurt in football. All you got to do is have a lineman fall on you wrong and you've broken an ankle. Get fallen on too hard and you've broken a collarbone. It's easy to get hurt in football. If kids don't have that reward of winning and having that glory, they might not play football. And so if you come out and you defeat a team like Oak Ridge, you might get some of these younger kids. Maybe there's some kid at Clinton Middle right now that's wondering if he's going to play as a freshman. Win this game tonight, that might change his mind.
It sure might. And also, you always hear people. It's hard once you've lost a lot. It's hard to sort of get in the mode of, we're going to lose again tonight.
Yeah,
it's hard to get back on the winning track. So Clinton needs to win tonight I'm not saying it's life or death, but it's pretty close. They need a win tonight, folks. That's just the bottom line. Clinton needs a win tonight, and they'll have to play a really good game.
And it's not like Coach McCamey doesn't know how to coach winning football.
He does. He's done it at Grace.
He did it at Grace. They had tremendous football programs while he was there. Taking on this challenge at Clinton, it is a vast and massive challenge. But he's up for the task, and this would be a signature win that people would talk about for a long time and could cement his place. This could be where it starts for Clinton football to get the thing turned around.
You're exactly right, and I'm sure it's been hard for him because he's been used to being on the winning side, when he was at Grace. So I'm sure coming here, he's had to have some meetings with himself, probably in the office after some games, probably, a little talking to yourself. What are we doing wrong? I do know how to coach football, but what am I doing wrong?
So we've told you about what we expect tonight. Clinton probably going to run the football, I'd say 80% of the time, maybe even more tonight. And in doing so, if they can stay ahead of the chains, pick up a good 3-4 yards on first down, keep the defense off the field, keep Oak Ridge's athletic offense off the field, you got a chance to take this game into the second half. And Clinton has been a second half team. And so if they can keep it close in the first half, they have a really good chance to maybe pull one off in the second half.
I think you play it quarter by quarter, and your thing is let's get to halftime and be either tied or up or really, really, really close.
Some players you're going to hear from tonight, and you've already mentioned it, Herbert Booker. He's probably going to be, he'll be the starting quarterback, also a great defensive back, one of the best athletes in the state. And you'll also hear from Jordan Graham, very talented running back, has 630 yards on the season. He's averaging 10.6 yards per carry.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Now, for Clinton, you're going to hear Josh Breeden,
right.
a senior running back.
Tough as nails, man.
Absolutely. And with Clinton, they're led by seniors on offense, and that's always what you want to see. Andrew Shootman will back up Breeden. Quarterback Luke Harrison, he's going to run more than he throws, as we already know. And Isaiah Washington, very talented wide receiver, defensive back himself.
Right, another person to watch tonight. They'll move Washington sometimes into the whatever package they want to call it, and he'll be the quarterback, sort of like the Dragon Wildcat or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it, but you'll see him in that position some tonight.
You certainly will. So we're about 4 minutes from kickoff. You're tuned in to the Scott Burton for Mayor pregame show here on BBB Channel 12 TV. Scott Burton for Mayor, fund balance increased from $700,000 in 2010 to $7 million in 2018. Debt decreased $4.5 million in the past 7 years. He has added 6 firemen, 3 resource officers, and 4 new patrol officers, a proven record of excellence, and that is paid for by the candidate.
Good man, too.
So Oak Ridge has run out onto the field. We are awaiting the arrival of the home team, Clinton Dragons, and we've got the captains on the field. I think the cheerleaders were confused there for a second. They wanted Clinton to run out, but I believe we're going to.
I think we're going to have the toss first, aren't we?
I believe we are.
The old freeze game here, buddy. The freeze game. Try to psych them out.
Speaking of freeze game, it's finally football weather.
It is.
Me
and you didn't get to forecast tonight because we're both in shorts and we didn't get to forecast.
No, and I finally got an opportunity to wear this really nice, thin, by the way, BBB TV Channel 12 shirt, and I wasn't going to pass up that opportunity no matter how cold it got. So now we await the playing of our national anthem. So it's football weather. Finally feels like fall time, which is so nice. That daggum global warming, man.
It's got it messed up, don't it?
Yeah. Still, through to the month of October to this point now, on Friday nights, it's been rather warm, which isn't right at all. So we've got the cooler weather. We've got the national anthem. We've got we've had one team run out. We've got captains walking out on the field. It feels like Friday night.
It does. It's football time, man. Let's go.
So Oak Ridge will get to call it. If they win the toss, they're gonna take the football, right?
Well, I would think so. I would think. Not unless they just want to put defense on the field and just see what Booker can do. Maybe we'll find out. I'd put him on. I'd go offense. So I would.
I think. Well, I don't want to speculate. I definitely don't want to act like a coach because I'm not.
Me neither.
I'm definitely not Joe Gaddis. I would think if you won the toss, you would take it so that you could not allow. And look at this. Oak Ridge wins the toss into first and second half.
Whoa.
So they've already pulled one by me. So I was thinking you wouldn't want to give Clinton an opportunity to establish control of the line of scrimmage or anything like that. But Oak Ridge has confidence that's not going to happen. And they know just as well as we do. They've seen the stats. Clinton starts off slow. And so you start off, and probably if you can get a stop, maybe get a 3-and-out to start this football game, you get really good field position.
Yeah, and Clinton's got a really good opportunity for what you spent the last 5 or 6, 7 minutes talking about, keeping the football, getting the drive going, running the clock.
Yeah.
Eating the clock up. As long as Oak Ridge's offense is over there, Clinton's winning right now.
And that's got to be the message right now for Clinton.
I would think so.
Because Oak Ridge basically just challenged them and said, we don't think you can do what you want to do on offense. Prove us wrong. And that's got to be the message for Clinton. They've got to go out there, start this game off on a high note, and prove Oak Ridge wrong.
I agree with you 100%. I sure do. Speaking of Mayor Burton, here he comes up the steps right here. Our pregame sponsor tonight.
Our pregame's over now.
Yeah, pregame's over. Here he comes. He's brought me and you a hamburger, so we didn't realize he's going to bring it. He's not looking up here. I was going to see if I can get that hamburger out of him.
Here are the Dragons of Clinton running through the tunnel.
Not many of them, neither.
There is not, and that's something we were talking about. That's a challenge for Coach McCamey.
Not many.
Have a losing football program and try to convince the athletes of Clinton to get out on the football field and take a beating.
Not many for a 5A football team.
Yeah.
That's small numbers right there.
All right, so Oak Ridge has a starting kicker with a very unique last name, David Queener.
I'll let you say it.
Yeah, his name is Camden Malcody.
Is this a different one, though? This is 31 instead of 80. Is he changed numbers?
They do have 2 kickers. They play a second one. So maybe they're going to give the other kid some. You know what? I bet
it's got to be an easier name.
I bet they're trying to be nice to the PA guy.
They might be.
Number 30 is Michael Molina. So he will assume kicking duties tonight. Kickoffs tonight sponsored by Mulch and More. Give Gary Baisley a call, 865-740-5229. Or a PA guy is calling him Malcody.
Maybe that's who it is.
Might be. Might have changed numbers. So here is our Mulch and More kickoff. Pretty good kickoff. A line driver. And we've already got a fumble. That is not good. Ball is picked up at the 1-yard line, and they're going to call it a touchback.
Yeah, I think he stepped in. That's good that's a break for Clinton right there.
That is a huge break, as it was Cody Parker stepping back there. Parker is actually their leading tackler on defense as a defensive back, and that's not what you want to see.
No.
When you're looking at that stat sheet. So we'll get our first look at this Clinton offense. Led once again by senior leader, Luke Harrison, as we have our first Hammers first down of the game. Harrison, hands off. And that's his senior running back, Breeden, playing that wing back position, that slot back position, just goes in motion before the play and is stopped after a short gain. He did end up with 2 yards on that play, so positive yardage on first down.
Man, this offense is just hard. It's hard to watch, hard to follow too. We have quite a few of the single A teams that run this.
That's true. So Harrison lines back up, sends another man in motion again, and got a little crossbuck play, but the play is stopped at the before the whistle. Got a dead ball, false start on Clinton. That is a 5-yard penalty. That is definitely not what you want. You get positive yardage on first down. It's only 2 yards, but it's positive. And then on second down, before the play even starts, you're going backwards 5 yards.
We talked about that too. Penalties. They kill you.
Yeah, if you're Clinton tonight, you don't want penalties. You want to take care of the football, and you want to be able to not get behind in the sticks. And so far, that's not the way the Dragons are going. And we've got another stoppage of play, and we've got a timeout, Clinton.
Timeout, Clinton.
So Clinton's going to take a timeout. We will as well. This is the game of the week on BBB TV Channel 12.
With so many places available to shop for a new car, people are often left wondering how to choose. Why not come to the place that's been providing excellent customer satisfaction for over 45 years, Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman. We are the only dealership in Tennessee to have won the Subaru Love Promise Award for 7 years in a row. Read our online reviews and you'll see that Earl Duff Subaru is the right choice for all your automotive needs.
Available in 7 or 8 passenger models. The all-new 2019 Ascent is available now at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
Back at Clinton City Field, Aaron Harvey, David Queener with you as Oak Ridge is at Clinton. Tonight's game sponsored by Laura Lynn Ryden, State Farm Insurance, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike, Suite 105, in between Firehouse Subs and Prestige Cleaners behind Home Federal Bank. Give Laura a call today at 865-483-5666 for all your auto, home, business, property, life, and health insurance needs. So Clinton has a 5-yard penalty and then has to take a timeout. So not how the Dragons wanted to start this game. No. And we've got a quick pitch, halfback pass, and it's picked off by Oak Ridge, and that's going to be Jack Rapogel. And so Oak Ridge will take over. So we said if you're Clinton, do not get behind on the sticks. They did that. No penalties. They had one. Had to waste a timeout. And then we said no turnovers. They've already had one.
Turnover.
And now Oak Ridge will come out and start their offense. I believe that was Isaiah Washington. They sent in motion, took that pitch, and threw the ball downfield. So we'll get our first look at this athletic Oak Ridge team as they take over at the 45-yard line. It's Hammers first down. Man in motion. And Booker keeps it, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I believe he read it wrong, man. He gives that ball to number 8. I think he is. He's just gone. There's nothing but green grass in front of him.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you thought that was a read play or if you thought it was a design.
Well, it could have been a design. It looked like to me he maybe read it, but I think he read it wrong, man, because number 8 was gone.
And number 80?
8.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that was
So he goes
our
to
guy,
motion
Mal
right
Cody.
now.
And he will take the quick pitch this time. Gets around the edge, and he's going to be dragged down. What a tackle that time by Clinton's Brantley Nichols, but not before. It is Jordan Graham, really close to a first down.
He's saying third. It's close, though.
It's going to be third and probably a yard or half a yard. Let's call that half a yard. So Clinton has an opportunity right here to make a stand on defense. Let's see if they can do it. Oak Ridge looks to the sideline, gets the play. Booker leads them up to the line of scrimmage. He'll work out of a pistol set now. Puts a man in motion. And then there's the handoff. And great tackle. That's going to be short of the first down. I believe that'll be short of the first down.
From here, I can't really tell. It's close, man. Oh, he said fourth down. It is. You're right.
Yeah, I thought that was short.
Yeah, it's short.
He gained about half a yard that he needed, as that was Romano on the carry for Oak Ridge.
Oak Ridge going to go for it. I don't blame him.
I'm not surprised. I'm looking for Booker on a keeper here. Probably a play action. Quarterback draw would be my guess, as he's got Tyler Romano lined up in the pistol set behind him. Romano, a very talented junior on this Oak Ridge team. All right, he's got a man in motion, and Booker keeps it, and I think his forward progress is going to get it. Just barely, though.
Wow,
Great defense so far.
Good defense. Clinton's going to play defense tonight at least. Need to stop on the whistle, though.
Yeah, for sure. You can't have any more penalties.
No, we don't need to help them any.
So Coach Gaddis giving his talented quarterback an opportunity to lead his team to the first down that time. Gets it done.
I don't think – has Graham run the ball yet? He's not run the ball, has he? What number is he?
No, Graham has not run the ball yet. So this time Booker's going to pass the ball. Stays in the pocket. Now he's going to flee. Gets to the route. He's moving to his right. Throws it. Pass is complete down the field to Kyrese Pendergrass. And Pendergrass is brought down at the 17-yard line. And now Oak Ridge will rush, line up quickly.
That's another name. Pendergrass is another name we're going to hear a lot tonight on the offensive side. You hear he's a pretty good receiver.
Another senior on this team for Oak Ridge. Romano again, lined up behind Booker in that pistol formation, 4 wide receivers. Now here's a man in motion. And the handoff this time does go to his pistol set running back. And we've got a touchdown on the play, and that is brought to you by Chuck Fleischman. Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown, and Romano just makes it look easy. Getting into the end zone to put Oak Ridge on the board with 7:10 left to go in the first quarter.
Dancing, hopping around. Speed.
Just knocking tacklers off of
Yeah.
him. Very, very talented running back. And we knew that we would see him. And this will be Malcody to attempt the extra point. Set is good, kick is up, and it is good. So Malcody knocks it through, and Oak Ridge on the road in a region matchup leads this one 7-0. So that was quick, David Queener.
At Ciderville Music, we have Martin guitars for everyone.
I love my Elvis Presley Martin guitar. Thank you very much.
I can ride my horse and play my cowboy Martin.
Me play Big Chief Martin.
I confiscate Martins up to $50,000.
Shazam! I only gave $499 for my Martin.
That's Ciderville Music, 2836 Clinton Highway. Call 865-945-3595.
And welcome back to Clinton City Field, where Oak Ridge is in town taking on the Dragons. Tonight's game is sponsored by Tennessee Auto Sales, 838 Clinch Avenue, Clinton. Tom Dodson is your car connection. He has all types of financing available, including buy here, pay here. See the inventory at tncars.net or call 457-CARS. And our kickoffs tonight sponsored by Mulch & Moore. Give Gary Baisley a call at 740-5229 for all your landscaping needs. And here's the kickoff for Oak Ridge, leading this game early 7-0. Ball's picked up at the 14-yard line and brought out. Great effort that time. I think they're going to get it out to about the 23-yard line, or 33-yard line, rather. I'm way off, aren't I?
Yeah, not bad.
Not way off, just some off.
Just some off.
So that was Cody Parker on the return.
Not a bad return.
No, not a bad return at all. Actually, they're going to place it on the 32. Parker and this Clinton return team have 2 touchdowns on the year, and one was against Central and one was against Anderson County. So they do special teams well.
Yes. Need a little offensive output right here.
Clinton lined up in that like a wing T formation or a double wing formation. Man in motion, does get the handoff this time and gets around the edge. Good pickup.
There's flag.
And there is a flag on the play. That's Josh Breeden on the carry, senior running back and defensive back for this Dragon team.
Might be the toughest guy on Clinton's football team.
Fast, too.
Yes.
A holding on Clinton. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and the spot of the foul was only 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. So that should make this a first and 18 for Clinton. Penalties, mistakes, turnovers, getting behind in the sticks is the things we said Clinton cannot do.
Just can't have it. And you know, as a coach, that's got to eat at you because you work on it all week.
It
you work
does.
on those things not happening.
Yeah, fundamentals of football.
Yep. Just not being focused is what it is.
So Harrison lines his team up once again, and we have a stoppage in play. I believe we're going to have a forced substitution.
Yeah, it looks like one's been took off the field for something, maybe equipment.
Probably. Okay. So now we're ready to do this first and 18. Harrison hands the ball off again, coming around the left side this time, and not going to be much there, as that was, I believe it's Hayward, rather. Jalen Hayward, just a sophomore. Listed as 5'4", 130 pounds. That's a small guy.
It is.
So a pickup of 4 actually will make it 2nd and 14 for the Dragons. As here's Harrison. Actually has a man in the backfield this time, and he will get the handoff. And that is Josh Breeden, and he stopped in the backfield.
I don't know that he made it back to the line of scrimmage. No, he lost a couple.
Give that tackle to Jackson Adams. And, yeah, a loss on the play. And this is what you were talking about earlier, David. This Clinton team does not throw the football, and if they do, it doesn't go well all the time. 4 touchdowns on the year to the 3 interceptions now. That's not a good ratio for a team that's only thrown the ball 54 times. So the senior, Harrison, lines his team up, fakes the handoff, will roll around, and does have a man there as he's being pressured and dragged down, but the pass falls incomplete, intended for Breeden. And I'm trying to get the number of the guy that got in the backfield on him. It looked like that was Shamar Smith forcing that pressure and maybe forcing Harrison to throw that before he was very comfortable doing it. So now Clinton is going to be in punt formation. It's going to be Bryce Collins back for Clinton. As Pendergrass is set to receive this one, and I believe he's going to let this one bounce and roll dead. And he is. Ball is down at the 41-yard line of Oak Ridge, but there is a flag, and that is in the area of a running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. And if that is roughing, personal foul. If that is a roughing the kicker, that is a 15-yard penalty, and that would be an automatic first down, I do believe. What do we have?
Well, he gives us the personal foul signal, and he didn't get no further than
We
that.
do know it's a personal foul.
We can tell you that. Or here we go, personal foul.
Personal foul.
Kicker. Oak Ridge.
That is a 15-yard penalty, and that is an automatic first down for Clinton.
Something positive right there. Let's take that. That's positive.
That is positive.
Yes.
And not only will Clinton get this automatic first down, but they're at the Dragon 42-yard line. And so good field position. It is 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, so they're playing with Oak Ridge in the first quarter. So Harrison leads his team back onto the field, sends a man in motion, and gives the ball up. And good yardage there on first down. And that is Isaiah Washington.
Coach McCamey's trying to get them to get on the line, and let's go. He's wanting them to go. Trying to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a pickup of 6 for Clinton, and they are back on the line. Here's Harrison. Naked bootleg, wide open. Gets to the 40. He's down to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Tries to make a juke move, and he's finally brought down on the play by Pendergrass. But what a play by senior quarterback that time, Luke Harrison. And just a naked bootleg.
What was that about? Where's it at?
That was on the 47-yard line. Gets down to the 8. So
wow,
that's
a huge
40
plus.
45 yards.
45. That's a big play right there.
Unofficially 45.
That might be their big. Well, no, they've had a couple big offensive plays here. That's a big offensive play. Something's needed right now.
And now a really funky
this
lineup.
is going to be Washington, I think.
And yeah, Washington gets the Wildcat or the Wild Dragon, and does he get in?
No indication.
On the keeper.
No, he didn't get in.
They're going to mark him down within the 1-yard line as Harrison will come back onto the field. That was a really unique formation there for Clinton. Lined up a lot, like a wall of blockers in the backfield, and got the direct snap to their senior leader, Isaiah Washington.
I wonder if that play was supposed to win outside. He cut it back in, but I wonder if it was supposed to win outside.
And been a race to the goal.
And been a race to the goal
maybe.
line, yeah.
So Harrison keeps it on a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Dragons. That is a Chuck Fleischman touchdown. And Clinton is an extra point away from tying this game, David Queener.
Well, you know, big game, man. That's what we talked about. Clinton needs to try to aim with them as long as they can. Number 2 team in the state, too.
That's right.
Oak Ridge, that is, anyway.
Clinton has only scored 29 points in the first quarter all year before this game. So
that's big.
This is like 25%. They've already matched 25% of their entire first quarter point total in this game. So here's the extra points. Set is good. Kick is up. It looks good. It is.
We got a tie game, man.
We do. So it's a good one here at Clinton City Field as Noah Grumbach knocks it through to tie this one. We'll be back in just a moment.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
Back at Clinton City Field, Aaron Harvey, David Queener. Clinton has tied this game with the Oak Ridge Wildcats 7-7, as tonight's game is sponsored by Big C's Barbershop on the east end of Oak Ridge. Home of the $10 haircut, Master Barber Clarence Adamson is there to serve you in a modern barbershop with a classic feel. Clarence also offers discounts for seniors, military, police, and firefighters. I know, David Queener, you're at least one of those on that list.
I am.
What is the
police?
Is it police?
Yeah,
okay.
Police.
All right. So Clinton about to give this ball back to Oak Ridge as our kickoff tonight, sponsored by Mulch & More. Give Gary Baisley a call at 740-5229.
Onside
all
kick.
your landscaping needs and an onside kick. Not a great effort by Clinton as the
I'm
ball.
gonna tell you, it didn't go 2 yards.
No, they kick from the 40, and they're putting this on the 40 and 4-inch line.
It didn't go a yard.
You like the aggressiveness from Clinton. You have
I
nothing to
like
lose in a game like this.
No, you don't have anything, but at least to have
put
it in play.
The execution wasn't great, and now this high-powered offense of Oak Ridge has a short field.
They've got the short field.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Booker and the boys back on the field for Oak Ridge, lining up in that pistol formation, 2 wideouts either side once again. In the backfield with him is Tyler Romano, and it is Booker with the keeper. Now he's going to pitch it out left, and look out.
That's a horse collar tackle, it looked like.
It's close. Might have had his shoulder pads, as that is Jordan Graham on the reception for Oak Ridge. And a pretty good pickup there, 14 yards. And then there's a little bit of jawing after that
One
play.
one block away from being gone. He is fast.
He is. Actually, I think Graham might have outrun some of his blockers on that play as well.
He probably did.
So, same formation for Oak Ridge. And here's Booker. Fakes to his left, and now he's going to keep it on the draw. It's got some room up the middle, and
wow,
my
what a
goodness. Move. And he's in the end zone. That is a Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown for Herbert Booker. That guy is slippery.
That was, you see, he just darted in and out, and he's gone.
What a play by Booker as we watch the replay here. And this is a Warren Gooch City Council replay as we see Booker pulls up like he's going to throw and then just takes off, just running through people. That is what a great run. As Oak Ridge will attempt the extra point now. Ball is down, kick is up, and that is good. And that is Malcody kicking that through, and Oak Ridge has already put more points on the board. It is 14-7 at your Friday night game of the week on BBB TV, Channel 12.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Back at Clinton City Field, Aaron Harvey, David Queener, and tonight's game of the week sees Oak Ridge leading over Clinton with 3:01 left to go in the first quarter, 14-7. And tonight's game sponsored by Big Orange Tree Service by Jason Stiltner, licensed and insured tree service, proudly serving the Oak Ridge, Clinton, and surrounding areas. Jason Stiltner has 17 years of experience. Call Jason today at 414-5499. And we'd also like to congratulate Mr. Stiltner on his new child. A little girl named Naomi, which is a name that Mr. Brad Jones likes quite a bit. So here is our Mulch and More kickoff. Ball is in the air, and it's going to be taken at about the 31. And
Clinton's got great field position again.
They do. As that time for Clinton, it was, I got to find my roster here, as it is Reagan McCamey.
Yeah, it's Coach McCamey's son.
That's Coach's boy. Gets about 4 on that return, as that was a short kickoff, and Clinton takes over 65 yards away from pay dirt. So Harrison, talking to his slot backs, sends a man in motion, and we've got a flag on the play. That's going to be a false start. So that's going to back Clinton up 5 yards. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. That's actually on Oak Ridge. So Oak Ridge jumped, which made Clinton jump, I guess.
Fulton's up 14-0 on Campbell County.
All right. Keep an eye on that one, as that is a region game with playoff implications.
Yes.
So here's 1st and 5 for Clinton. And handoff goes to running back, and he's got nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Jacob Adams coming up from that linebacker position. Adams is the leading tackler and leader for this Oak Ridge defense. He's got 79 tackles on the year and a junior, so he's got a whole nother year ahead of him as well. Probably won't be the last time we hear his name.
No, probably not.
Harrison sends a man in motion, and we got a fumble on the play. And I believe.
Yep, 56.
And Oak Ridge has the football. 2 turnovers. We are 9 minutes and 47 seconds into this first quarter, and Clinton already has 2 turnovers. Had some momentum. Got the score, kicked an onside kick, didn't go well. Oak Ridge scores 2 plays later. Clinton gets the ball back, turns it over.
Had great field position 2 times in a row. I mean, really good field position.
Yeah, they did.
Just keep shooting yourself in the foot.
So Oak Ridge is going to try to add to their total now, as it will be Booker again onto the field. This time he's going to send 3 wide receivers to his left and 1 to the right. Sends a man in motion now. That's Thompson. And Booker with a keeper going around the right side, picks up a good block from his wide receiver, and he's going to be dragged down at the 15-yard line.
He's quick, isn't he?
He is really fast. Give some credit to his wide receiver there. I believe that was Jordan Graham out here throwing him a good block. And now, all of a sudden, it's at the ball is placed at the 17-yard line, and Oak Ridge is threatening in that red zone.
Just like the C parts for him, and when he sees it, man, he's gone.
And he's hard to bring down because he's quick.
He is.
Booker hands off to his running back, who is in for the Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown, and that is Kalen Thompson. And so now we've got 6 more points on the board for Oak Ridge. And Clinton is falling behind like they have in a lot of games in the first half.
That looked easy. I'm sorry.
It looked very easy.
It looked easy.
You're not wrong for saying that at all. So in to attempt the extra point for Oak Ridge is Camden Malcody.
That's a mouthful.
It is. And, well, that was a kind of a knuckleball, but it goes through. And now Oak Ridge leads this one by 14. It's 21-7 with 1:26 left to go in the first quarter.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
Back in the Friday night game of the week, I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by David Queener, as it is Oak Ridge leading over Clinton 21-7 in the first quarter. And it is Oak Ridge with the Mulch and More kickoff. Give Gary Baisley a call today at 865-740-5229 for all of your landscaping needs. So we'll see if Oak Ridge can get this one deep, because they've kicked it short the last couple of times. This one is taken at the 15-yard line, and that's by Washington. And
still not bad field position.
It's not. No, Washington gets it up to the 31-yard line, so that's a 16-yard return. So.
Okay, now this is an alert to you. Clinton needs to score. I'm sorry, they need to score.
If they don't score, they need to establish a long drive right here. Keep Oak Ridge's offense off the field to keep this one within 2 scores at least.
At least.
So Harrison talks to his guy, sends a man in motion. That's Breeden. And Breeden will get the handoff, and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Wow. It was like whiplash.
One loss of about two.
And on the stop that time was Kalen Thompson getting into the backfield for Oak Ridge. And that will bring up, after a loss of probably 2, that'll bring up 2nd and 12. As time winds down, less than a minute left in this first quarter. Here's Thompson. Crossbuck now. And nothing on that one either. Maybe gained half a yard, as it is Washington. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 20 seconds left to go in this one. You have to wonder if Clinton will just let the time run off the clock. As you've got,
I think I would.
Yeah, you got about 9 seconds more on the play clock than the game clock. So you can let it run out, as now we have 5, 4, 3. Yeah, Clinton's not going to snap this ball. So that's the end of the first quarter. It is Oak Ridge in this Region 3 5A matchup, leading over Clinton 21-7.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
There's my man Anthony right there. He's proud, man. We called him assistant coach a few weeks ago. He informed us real quick, like he's not assistant coach. He's a water boy.
It just had an opportunity to kick for $1,000. What was that, a 35-yard field goal?
Yeah, 35-yard field goal.
And it was low. Didn't quite make it, but it was a good attempt anyway.
You got to give him old college try.
As Clinton has the ball, 3rd and 11, and an incomplete pass. Here we'll bring up 4th and 11, as it was Harrison just trying the quick hitter out to the flat to see if he could get the ball to a shifty guy in space just to try to get something going. But that ball went straight through the hands of his receiver, which that time was Anthony Kraus. So now Clinton back in punt formation, and Pendergrass back deep to receive this one for the Wildcats. Here's the punt. That is a nice spiral. It's going to come down at the 31-yard line, and we're going to have a return here.
Good tackle.
Yep. Pendergrass brings it out to about the 37-yard line, and that's where Oak Ridge will take over. Now, if you're Clinton here, like you said before, you said they had to score. I'm saying now they've got to keep Oak Ridge from scoring.
I agree with you.
Just force a punt. That's all you got to do. You don't have to turn them over.
You don't have to turn them over. Just force a punt.
Just force a punt.
4 and out for the Ridge. That's what needs to happen.
And it is a Hammers first down for Oak Ridge. As Wildcats already with a 14-point advantage, just 16 seconds into the second quarter here. And new quarterback into the game for the Wildcats. Throws a quick out, and it is incomplete. Trying to get Isaiah Johnson that time. And that will bring up 2nd and 10.
They play this young man quite frequently in the second quarter a lot. He played a lot last week for them. They're sort of getting him in the game.
And that's Gibbons in the game. He's a sophomore for this Wildcat team.
He's the future.
It's a changeup. As here's a handoff. And a fumble. Ball's on the ground. And Clinton has it. And who was that came up with that? And it looks like I was trying to get a number on that, but that was a great strip that time. As Jordan Graham just ripped it out of Jordan Graham's hands. And as we see on the Warren Gooch replay.
Was he down?
He might have been. But this is TWSAA.
It don't really matter.
Coach Gaddis doesn't have that red flag that he can throw out there.
It doesn't matter.
That would have been really close. So now Clinton again, third straight possession with great field position. Let's see what they can do with it. So here's Washington running the Wildcat, hands off, and that time looked like it went to Breeden, and Breeden is blown up. Loss of 3 on the play as we watch this replay. Just letting Washington, and he's reading that. That is his own read. Decided to hand off that time to Breeden, and it didn't matter. He could have held on to that. I don't think anything would have come of it. Sets up 2nd and 13 for Clinton. And Washington again lines up in the quarterback position. Hands off.
Uh-oh.
Got a man with some room. That's Breeden down the sideline to the 20, to the 10. Makes a guy miss and is finally brought down. And a flag is added onto that as it was Jacob Adams finally running him down. And I think they're going to get him with a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, he drove him pretty close into the fence there. So let's see.
And we'll get a look at this on our Warren Gooch replay as Breeden just made that first guy miss, and as soon as he did, he had daylight in front of him. And you see there, he drove him down.
He drove him down almost in the fence.
And that's where the penalty was. So the ball got down to the they're going to place this at, what, the 2-yard line?
That's what it looks like.
So Washington, again, in at quarterback, keeps it around the right side, tries to follow his right tackle in, and trying to fight for yardage. They're going to blow it dead, giving forward progress at looks like the 3. As we see again on the Warren Gooch replay, Washington didn't have much to do there. As you see Jeremy Mitchell there for Oak Ridge trying to rip that ball out. This is where Clinton needs to be careful because Oak Ridge will be reaching for that ball, trying to rip it out.
They're trying to strip it.
Got to take care of it here.
Do not need a turnover right here.
As Clinton's quarterback, Luke Harrison, comes back into the game, lines up under center, and he gets the toss to Breeden, and I think Breeden is stopped. He's
1 inch line.
He's stopped right there. Warren Gooch is going to help us out with this one, too. Let's see how close he got on this replay. Ooh. And this is a situation where I think Randy McCamey wished he had a red flag.
A red flag to throw down.
Because
right?
I can tell you by looking at that replay, that was probably a touchdown. So now Harrison probably going to try the sneak here. Lines up under center, and there it is. And he piles in. That's a Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown. And Clinton is an extra point away, and we have a flag. This is not what you want. You got to let it go if you're Clinton. You have to let it go. Don't draw.
I really believe it's going to be on Oak Ridge.
I think they're probably going to go both ways.
Think they're going to go both ways?
I do.
And the reason I said that, I just seen Oak Ridge have his player back up against the wall there a little bit, trying to calm him down.
I was watching the Warren Gooch replay that time as Harrison kept it on the quarterback sneak, and there we go. We've got the pushing here on this replay. And then there's where the flag came. So the flag actually came after the contact. So
it does go both ways, like you said.
Yeah. I think the officials were probably wondering if they would call that or not. But at that point, it's a good thing to call the flag because it establishes a tone in officiating.
Yeah, and I've preached this all year long. If officials would do that a little bit more early, you wouldn't have the problems late.
So it's going to be for Clinton to attempt the extra point, Grumbach. And I don't think the kick was good, but we had a stoppage in play. There's a flag. And let's see what this one's going to be. Dead ball. Offsides on Oak Ridge. That's their second offsides penalty. And so we'll have another untimed down. And we'll scoot this one a little bit closer. I don't think that extra point was good, David Queener.
I don't believe it was either. We're going to re-kick it. They're going to get some extra life here.
Of course, a lot of the times if the defense does jump, it rushes the kicker just a little bit. And so he kicks it just a little bit different, loses a little bit of technique, and that might have been what happened there as Grumbach will get another shot at this thing a yard and a half closer. Snap, set, hold, kick is up, and that one is no good. However, it is a one-score game here at Clinton City Field. Oak Ridge 21 and Clinton 13. We'll have kickoff when we get back.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back at Clinton City Field for the Friday night game of the week, a rivalry game, Anderson County rivalry and region rivalry, which tonight is brought to you by Advanced Transmission at 1104 Clinch Avenue in Clinton. 24-hour towing service. They offer a nationwide warranty as well. So if your transmission is beginning to slip or totally out, trust the guys at Advanced Transmission in South Clinton, 865-463-0183. David Queener, these Dragons of Clinton have shown up to play.
They're hanging a little bit. Hanging.
And we've talked about how Clinton is a second-half team anyway. So if you can keep it close in the first half, maybe come out with some fire in that second half, you know they're going to have the momentum because nobody expected them to win.
That's exactly right.
So they attempted an onside kick on their last attempt. Let's see what they do here. And this one will go semi-deep, taken by an up back at the 21-yard line. And that's going to be brought up to the 35. And for Oak Ridge on the return, that's Isaiah Johnson.
A lot of chippiness going on.
Yeah, this is what you expect to see in a county rivalry type game.
It is.
Huh. As Oak Ridge will come up and get their shot at a Hammers first down. Booker lining up in that pistol set with three wideouts to the right. So this is kind of slow. A lot of fans don't like this, but you wait, see what the defense is in, and then you let a coach call the play. And that's what Oak Ridge does. As here goes the toss out to the right side, and that's Graham. Picks up about 11 before he's finally brought down. You talk about these Oak Ridge athletes. They are athletes. Booker, Graham, fast in space as we see the Warren Gooch replay. Even when he gets first contact, he jumps and dives forward and gains about another 4 yards, as it will be Hammers first down again at the Oak Ridge 46-yard line. Here's Booker lined up in the pistol, and again, stops, sees what the defense is doing, and then allows an offensive coordinator to call the play. With 4-3 on the play clock, time's winding down, gets the snap off, and here's a handoff to a big running back in the backfield that time. That is Jacob Burvin, and Burvin is brought down, I think, at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think he gained anything there. I think he just made it back barely.
Yeah, no gain on the play. And so that'll bring up 2nd and 9 3/4. Oak Ridge taking the time, which Clinton doesn't mind.
They're wanting the clock to run.
Yeah.
They're tickled with that.
Booker gets the play. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff and gets it out to a wide out. And again, that play is stopped short around the line of scrimmage, and that was a pass complete to Pendergrass. But Clinton was waiting for it.
It's like Oak Ridge just went away from their offensive a little bit, what they were doing earlier. I mean, they really had pretty good success. Now they're trying to throw the ball a little bit, so I don't quite understand.
And threw the ball to the boundary side of the field that time.
Short side, yeah.
And
I would think you'd want to throw it to the wide side, take advantage of your speed.
When you have athletes as shifty as Oak Ridge does.
Take advantage of that speed.
So again, Wildcats taking time. They've already used 30 seconds of their play clock. They do get the play call, though. Booker is going to drop back to pass, going to think about it. He's going to be swarmed, gets it out, and now he's going to toss it up, and pass is incomplete. Tried to get it to Graham, just overthrew him a little bit. I think Graham slowed down. I think he felt a presence from a safety behind him, because if you catch that ball, as soon as you touch it, you're getting rocked.
You are.
And really, though,
it was coming too, because the guy from Clinton was coming up too. It was going to get him.
And that's what happens when you float a pass like that. Had Booker been able to not put so much touch on that, then that's probably a completion for a first down. But
it is.
As it stands, that's a really good stop for Clinton, and they are lining up in a full-out punt block right now.
Here we come. Oh,
and they almost had it, as Oak Ridge is going to be able to down this ball, and they will at the 27-yard line, I believe, as it is Quan Stacy Wright downing that football. So now Clinton will have possession of the football, down one score with 6:57 left to go in this first half. And that's the Warren Gooch replay shows us how close that was.
It was close, wasn't it?
Yeah. Coach Rainey McCamey is wanting to leave it all on the field tonight. See this again, so we get to watch it in slow-mo. Golly, that was close.
It was close. It was real close.
You got to give it to Clinton. Leaving it all out there tonight with nothing to lose. And we have a whistle. And that is a dead ball. Offsides on Oak Ridge.
Is that the third time?
That is the third defensive offsides. Well, first off, you don't really see defensive offsides a lot.
No, you don't.
You see it in Little League, middle school maybe. Not once you get to high school and up, you don't see that a lot.
It doesn't happen very much.
And we've already seen 3 of those, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. So some miscommunications for Oak Ridge there. As Harrison will hand off to Washington going around the left side. He's got enough for the first down. Looks like he picks up 8.
Move the chains.
And they're going to give him the 39. So Clinton is moving the football. They're keeping the football. They've made some defensive stops. Clinton is doing what you need to do to be able to hang in this game. So Harrison again sent a man in motion, decided not to snap it, took his time. Now has to watch the play clock as there's only 6 seconds left. And here we go. Handoff. Cuts it back towards the middle of the field where he stopped at the line of scrimmage. And we have a flag. And I think this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Oak Ridge based on the actions of the official. As the player who ran the football was slow to get up. I'm trying to get a number. Yeah, so that was on the carry that time. It was Reagan McCamey, coach's boy. And he came up a little bit shaking. Looked like he was holding a wrist. The officials were talking about this one. And what they have to decide, I think, in this situation, if this is unsportsmanlike conduct, you can only have 2 of those in a game. So the officials had to get out their notebook and make sure that it wasn't. And there it is, the unsportsmanlike conduct call on Oak Ridge. And if that is just the first, then no problem, that's the first. But now Oak Ridge has to watch that. They've had, 2 personal foul penalties for 15 yards. They had a roughing the kicker for that 15 yards, an unsportsmanlike conduct for a 15 yards. Oak Ridge cannot afford to allow Clinton to hang in this game.
I would say Coach Gaddis is not a happy camper right now because his team's not playing very well.
So here's Harrison, hands off on the crossbuck, and his running back has some room.
Well, something you talked about, Clinton's picking up some pretty good yardage on first down. I mean, they're making it manageable for the second down. I mean, this is second and about 4?
Yeah.
That's real manageable in high school football.
And that's Josh Breeden running it up the middle, picking up 6 yards.
Tough as nails.
Tough as nails. And this is what Clinton wanted to do. This is the game plan they came in with.
I agree with you.
So Harrison brings his team back up, and that's set. And we've got a quick pitch going around the right side. And that's Breeden, and he's going to be slung out of bounds that time by Shamar Smith for Oak Ridge. But that's going to be enough for a Hammers first down. As we see on the Warren Gooch replay, Breeden just fighting for those extra yards. And that's what you got to do in a game like this. Take care of the football first and foremost. But then, once you do, drive the defender and get as many yards as possible. So, Luke Harrison has 4 on the play clock. Does get the snap off with just 1 second remaining, and the pitch goes out to the right side. That goes to Washington. And Washington is knocked out of bounds as Smith gets the stop for Oak Ridge.
Picked up 5 yards, huh?
And again, you have to keep the chains moving. You can't get behind on first down, and that's how you keep drives established and alive in a run-heavy offense. So we got a handoff, and that goes for a short gain. And we are getting an update on a live score. In the first half, Greenback is up on Harriman 28-0. So Greenback looking more and more like they're going to go undefeated in the region and get that number 1 seed to start the playoffs.
I'd say that's a bet I'd make.
And Rockwood leading over Wartburg 21-0 midway through the second quarter. So 3rd and a long 4, we'll call it, for Clinton as Breeden waits, and now I believe the Dragons are going to take a timeout. They are. We'll do the same thing. We'll be back in just a moment.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area. All types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
Back at Clinton City Field for this Region 3 5A matchup tonight on the high school football game of the week. Brought to you by the UPS Store, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike, Suite 107A, beside Firehouse Subs. They can handle all your shipping needs, plus any printing needs as well. Call Brian Moore at 220-9782 today. Office supplies, freight services, moving supplies, and much, much more. That is the UPS Store, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike. So a big 3rd down here for Clinton, although I have a feeling if they don't get it and they don't lose yards, they're probably going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's 4 down there. I thought we had offsides Clinton. They got away with it.
Here we go. Harrison's going to keep it and trot forward. I'm not sure how much he's going to get, though. I believe he's going to miss it just barely. Ended up running out of bounds that time when
4th down.
As we see on the Warren Gooch replay, I think if he had attempted to cut it in instead, Yeah, if he would have cut it in right there, maybe might have had a better chance of that.
I really think he thought he had enough for the first down.
I do too.
Coach McCamey was all over him, and he was trying to explain. I think he thought he had enough.
It is 4th and 1, and as we predicted, the Dragons will go for it. Big 4th down here with this field position. So Harrison lines up under center, sends a man in motion, will keep it.
Oh!
And that is going to be close. The officials have a really tough job right now trying to discover where that was, and they don't have a benefit of replay like we do.
We're going to measure it, aren't we? Yeah.
All right, so the officials call a timeout for a measurement.
This is close.
Let's see. Honestly, this Warren Gooch replay doesn't have any evidence one way or the other, I don't think. You see, because of the angle, it's hard to tell, but it looks like, I think that's a good spot. I don't know that he got that far. I think they gave him a really good spot after seeing the replay. But Coach McCamey doesn't care. That is another Hammers first down for Clinton. And now at the 23-yard line, the Dragons are 23 yards away from having an opportunity to tie this thing. Keeping it close in the first half. That's what you want to do if you're Clinton. So here's Harrison operating out of a shotgun now. I'm sorry, that's Washington. And Washington with a keeper around the right side gets it down to close to the 19. I believe they're going to give him the 20 though. And let's see if he's being very careless with that football, and
yeah, carrying it like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and it looks like he did lose it. But Washington will stay in as the quarterback and keeps it around the right side. Picks up some yardage and dives for more. Gets it to about the 14-yard line. That is a great effort from Washington. I believe they will give him the 14. As we see on the Warren Gooch replay, look here at the very end. He's going down and then dives forward to make sure he gets that extra yard to get the Dragons just that much closer to that Hammers first down.
Clinton's got plenty of time. 3 minutes and something left. Just a little over 3:03 left. They got plenty of time. Take your time.
As Harrison will come back in the game and line up under center, I don't expect anything but a quarterback sneak here. And I'm wrong. Quick hitter out to the outside. Pass is complete, and to the 11-yard line goes Parker.
I believe it's first down.
It is. That is a gutsy call right there.
Well, it is for a team that doesn't throw the ball a lot.
It certainly is. That's a pass that could easily. You really have one option there if you're Luke Harrison, and you take the ball, you back up, you throw that. If a corner reads that correctly, you're talking about pick six the other way. But instead, it's a Hammers first down, and the Dragons can get another first down. So here's a handoff, crossbuck up the middle. It's Washington. Where does he get? He gets down to the 4-yard line. We'll give that stop to Pendergrass, but not before a gain of about 6. Just a little misdirection right there. Just enough to throw the Oak Ridge defense off. And that's actually a pickup of 8. So it's 2nd and 2. Harrison under center. Hands off. Straight up the middle. And that is to Shootman. And they're going to stop him at the 1-yard line. Maybe inside the 1-yard line. Clinton is threatening.
It's first down. We got 4 downs here to get it in.
What a position to be in if you're Clinton. The options here are out of this world. They've had a lot of success, Clinton has, with that little quarterback sneak. And I feel like they're probably going to go back to it right here. Either that or they will think that Oak Ridge will be waiting for it and fake the sneak and pitch around the right side or something. Let's see. So here's Harrison lined up under center. Handoff goes to Shootman. Shootman is into the end zone for the Congressman. Chuck Fleischman, touchdown. Clinton, 2 points away from tying this game. But now you have the age-old question, David. Do you kick the extra point here, or do you go for two to try to tie it?
I just think I go ahead and kick it. I really do. But I don't. I'm trying to see what Clinton's going to do here. I'm trying to. Harrison's on the sideline, so Washington might be going to do. We might be doing the two thing here. I believe we are. Looks like Washington's going to. Well, we might be taking the timeout.
They've got Clinton has a junior running back, a big junior running back in the game, number 15, in Blake Cooper. I believe that's the first time we've seen him tonight.
We're going to take a timeout here.
And so, yeah, Clinton will take a timeout. We'll do the same thing. Let's see what Clinton does when we get back.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Back at Clinton City Field for the high school game of the week on BBB TV Channel 12, which is brought to you by Tim Stallings for Oak Ridge City Council. Tim wants to be an advocate for this great city. He says that he will work to promote strong economic development, a stable tax base, and affordable new housing. Vote Tim Stallings for Oak Ridge City Council on November 6th, paid for by the candidate. So here's the situation. 1:14 left in this first half. Clinton can kick the extra point, or they can go for two here. I don't think they know what they want to do. They're running out of time,
This
though.
is a big call right here.
The play clock has started at 25, and Clinton's still in the huddle. I don't know if they – so they are rushing to the line. And Washington will be in the backfield, it looks like. And they brought in, like I said, that sophomore running back.
We're going to get a penalty. Watch, see, I say we. Clinton's going to get a penalty right there.
Blake Cooper. Handoff, or actually,
He's
fake
in.
handoff to Washington, or from Washington. He keeps it. 2-point conversion is good. Tie ball game. Wow. Now, had I told you that close to halftime, just 74 seconds remaining in the first half, this game would be tied, what would you have said?
Well, I would have had to check you.
Yeah. This Clinton, and the crowd is getting absolutely loud. The press box is shaking. This is what makes high school football great right here.
That's what it's all about.
So Isaiah Washington, a senior leader for this team, doesn't want Clinton's season to end after week 11. He's saying we're going to keep going. And if Clinton could pull this off, if they could, they would stand a very, very good shot at going to the playoffs.
Oh, yes, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you.
So Clinton taking some extra time to talk about this. Very emotional right now as they get ready to kick the Mulch and More kickoff. Give Gary Baisley a call at Mulch and More at 740-5229.
Whitwell will lead South Pitt 7-6. That's a big ball game. That's two teams that are ranked in the top 10.
How about that?
Hey, here's what you don't want to have. You don't want Oak Ridge to score here or anything, because Oak Ridge gets the ball first in the second half.
That's exactly right. That's a good point that you brought up. So this is a high kicker, end over ender, taking it about the 27-yard line, and brought up left. This is going to be a big return. Whoo!
Wow.
So that is Jack Raplogel on the return and gets it into Clinton territory. You just said you don't want Oak Ridge to score because they get the ball to start the second half, and now the Wildcats only have 43 yards to go to put one in.
Hey, listen, in minute 7, plenty of time.
That's forever.
That's forever.
Especially with these athletes.
Yes.
Let's see what they do.
And let's see, Oak Ridge has got all their timeouts too, I think.
Yeah, so Booker is on the field as quarterback, and he's got the quick pitch out to Graham. Graham going around the right side, got some daylight. and he's brought down after about a gain of 10. Let's give that tackle that time to Cody Parker. And Oak Ridge wants to stop the clock. They will take a timeout here. Yeah, like you said.
Big E's Deli and Market is now open in Rockwood at 326 North Gateway Avenue. They have both 100% gas and gas with ethanol. They are open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Come by and visit the new owners of Big E's. They have all types of sandwiches in the deli, plus competitive gas prices and the coldest drinks in town. That's Big E's Market, 326 North Gateway Avenue in Rockwood.
Back at the high school Friday night game of the week, BBB TV Channel 12. Brad Jones, station owner, producing tonight. And no, he's not made a mistake. The score you see, if you've just joined us, is correct. Clinton, the Dragons at home, tied with Oak Ridge 21-all with 56 seconds left to go in this first half. However, Oak Ridge has it 2nd and 1 with great field position, trying to put one on before halftime. So Booker in the pistol formation will hand off to his running back. No, he's keeping it around the right side. Had me fooled. He's got big yardage as he walks out of bounds. He got our camera guy, too. That was a great fake.
That's a great fake,
by Booker.
Enough for a first down.
That is definitely a Hammers first down. So let's watch the Warren Gooch City Council, and then whoop, that's a great fake. Then find out that it's actually Booker that has the football, and he's going downfield. Goes out of bounds. Looks like what they give him, the 20? No, the 25. No, it's about the 23. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. Booker sends a guy in motion. And he is going to throw it out there. Pass is complete around the left side. Great blocks! As it is Tyrell Romano that gets it down to the 11-yard line, and Oak Ridge is going to take another timeout. Oak Ridge moving. They'll have it at the 11 with a Hammers first down when we get back.
Not take a timeout?
They did not. No, the clock's still running.
I don't quite understand that myself.
So.
Oh, he fumbled the ball. Whew. Oh, I thought he fumbled.
So back at Clinton City Field, as we look at the Warren Gooch City Council replay, Booker with a keeper and then slips and falls at the 5-yard line. That's a dangerous play.
I thought he fumbled the ball right there. I really did.
He didn't.
Listen, do they have time to run 2 plays here in the 10.1 seconds left?
They may. And I want to apologize to the viewers, to the listeners. I thought they took a timeout.
I did too.
Whistles blew. Everybody stood still. I thought that we had some time. So we didn't miss that play, but you got it on the replay. So Jimmy Long invites you by the other one in Oak Ridge. If you've not been to the other one before, you don't know what you're missing. I'm telling you from personal experience. Great food like the Wildcat Burger, the Ball Burger, the Tank Burger, and even the Great Gaddis Burger, which is David Queener's favorite.
That's my
from
favorite.
that selection.
That's
Stop
right.
by the other one, Diner, Deli, Dive, located in historic Grove Center at 178 Randolph Road, or call ahead at 272-3025. You asked me if they've got time to run 2 plays. I believe Oak Ridge will have 1 timeout remaining, so you can try to run it in.
Well, you got to get down quick if you're doing that.
You do, and we do have a stoppage in play, and I'm not sure why. Oh, okay. They wanted to let everybody know that it's actually first down instead of second down. So let's see what Oak Ridge does here. Booker. Takes the handoff, and he fumbles it. Puts it on the ground, and now he's in trouble. Tosses it up, and it is incomplete. Oh, my gosh. 2 Wildcats had a chance at that. That was a busted play from the start.
From the start.
Booker could not handle the snap, as we see on the replay here, thanks to Warren Gooch, and just tries to throw it ahead.
Oh, the Clinton guy almost intercepted that thing.
Yeah.
Run it back, Brad.
Almost. So it will be Malcody for Oak Ridge just coming on to attempt the not the extra point, but the field goal, which would put Oak Ridge up by 3. This will be a 22-yard attempt from the right hash. Malcody's kick is up, and it is good. Goes through. And there is no time on the clock. That's how the first half will end. You said don't let Oak Ridge score. They gave up the big return. Oak Ridge goes down, able to get the Malcody field goal, and now the Wildcats lead this game going into halftime, 24-21.
Could have held them, but it's better than 7 of them.
It is absolutely better than 7. You are correct there. So we will be back. Stand by for the Rich Chin halftime as we hear from a band, a high school band, and that's brought to you by Rick Chin for Oak Ridge City Council.
It's time for your natural gas scoreboard snack attack, brought to you by Oak Ridge Utility District.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Nikki, and this is your Scoreboard Snack Attack. So today we're going to be doing a perfect football recipe, little football pizzas. So we'll start with the ingredients. First, you're going to have 1 can of Pillsbury or whatever brand you prefer, the refrigerated classic pizza crust, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, half a cup of pizza sauce, or if you like it extra saucy, you can use as much as you want, 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, half a cup of shredded parsley, or you can just sprinkle it on if you don't want to use that much, 2 packages of sliced pepperonis, and 1 stick of string cheese.
So I've spread out the dough and I am brushing it with olive oil, and we have preheated our oven to 425, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven and let it bake for 7 minutes.
In our natural gas oven. Did you know that when you cook with a natural gas oven, you get a more even cooking temperature, so your food cooks more thoroughly?
After our crust has baked for 7 minutes, we're going to take it out of the oven. We're going to come over and put on our pizza sauce.
So while Emily's spreading the pizza sauce around on the crust, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what ORUD has to offer. If you are a customer and you didn't know, we do sell and install natural gas appliances, including cooktops and ranges. We actually sell full kitchen lines. So you can get a cooktop or a range that'll match your refrigerator, your microwave, your dishwasher. And we offer 0% interest financing where you can just make payments and add it to your bill. So if you haven't been down to our showroom, you need to come down and check it out.
We've almost got the pizza sauce on. Next, we're going to spread out our mozzarella cheese and our parsley. Again, the recipe called for more parsley than this, but we're just going to sprinkle a little bit on because we're not big fans.
Then next is the pepperoni.
Yes.
So the cool thing about this recipe, and it's very football appropriate, is we're going to put the pepperonis in the shape of a football here on our little pizza.
I hate to show off my art skills here, which are...
No pressure.
I know. Which are lacking. Very much so. I'm sure you all at home can do better. You can use as many pepperonis as you want. Some people don't like pepperonis, so you can cut it down. I'm sure you could use some different toppings if you wanted to. Like she said, the cool thing about this is because it's very football appropriate and it's in the shape of a football.
And what do we need to do with this?
The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our string cheese to actually make the laces of the football. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your string cheese and you're going to cut it lengthwise to make the laces of the football.
So every year we put these recipes up on our website, which is www.orud.org. And last year we gave our website a pretty good facelift. We kind of updated it. Things were a little bit out of date and cluttered on there. So now the cool thing about it is there's so many different ways to pay your bill with us. You can go on the website and there's several different places on there you can do it. You can use our phone payment system. So be sure and check out our website too to get these recipes and just all the other ORUD information.
So now that we've got it finished, we're going to stick it back in the oven for 10 to 13 minutes to let the cheese melt, and then it'll be ready to eat. So after the 10 to 13 minutes of baking, we've taken our pizza out of the oven, and we are going to just slice it up, and it's ready to serve.
So if you're interested in purchasing a natural gas oven, range, or any other gas appliance, just give us a call. We do free pre-inspections where we can send an inspector out and measure everything for you and let you know any costs associated with moving forward with the project.
Now it's our favorite time.
Taste
Time
test.
to taste.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Football ready.
My name is Emily.
And I'm Nikki.
And this has been your
Scoreboard Snack Attack.
Breaker, breaker, good buddy. We've just rode in from Georgia with a truckload of throw rugs.
That was back in my truck driving days, many years ago. Rugs are still rolling in from Georgia every month, featuring Oriental and contemporary area rugs, carpet-style throw rugs, and much more. All rugs are sold at the lowest prices possible. Find your rug at Hammer Stores.
RMG, bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Rome Metals, we treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area, all types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Big E's Deli and Market is now open in Rockwood at 326 North Gateway Avenue. They have both 100% gas and gas with ethanol. They are open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Come by and visit the new owners of Big E's. They have all types of sandwiches in the deli, plus competitive gas prices and the coldest drinks in town. That's Big E's Market, 326 North Gateway Avenue in Rockwood.
For 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods has been a leader in supplying the highest quality equipment and apparel for sports teams throughout East Tennessee. Athletes, fans, and coaches alike rely on the knowledge and experience that only Reno's can provide. For the best in team sports, shop Reno Sporting Goods.
At Saddleville Music, we have Martin guitars for everyone.
I love my Elvis Presley Martin guitar. Thank you very much.
I can ride my horse and play my cowboy Martin.
Me play Big Chief.
I confiscate Martins up to $50,000.
Shazam! I only gave $499 for my Martin.
That's Ciderville Music 2836 Clinton Highway. Call 865-945-3595.
Really? Again? Hey, if I had automotive style suspension like the new Simplicity, plus a free floating mower deck for the best cut, I'd be all that too.
Well,
and if I had the expertise and advice of his Simplicity dealer, maybe he'd look forward to hanging out with me.
You don't have a Simplicity dealership.
Good point. Huh.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Reno Sporting Goods, your first choice for sports equipment. On the court, on the field, or in the stands, Reno's has the brand names you want. All the latest from Adidas, Under Armour, and more. From custom embroidery to screen printing, it's all about the game. For over 30 years, Reno Sporting Goods.
The Harriman Utility Board is committed to providing safe and reliable natural gas service to our customers in Harriman and Roane County through the use of safe operational procedures with trained and knowledgeable personnel. An odorant is added to natural gas and maintained to a certain level so that in the event of a gas leak, it can be easily detected. If you smell or suspect a natural gas leak, please call the Harriman Utility Board at 882-3242. We can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
It is halftime at our high school football game of the week, as it is the Rick Chin for City Council halftime report. And you have to excuse me. I just got back from the bathroom. I ran up the stairs because it's cool, and I'm wearing shorts, like we said. And so I'm a little bit out of breath. But this is the Rick Chin halftime, and we had planned on hearing from both bands, but unfortunately, it is fall break, so neither band will be performing tonight. So have to miss out on that, which is a bummer to me because I'm a huge fan of high school marching bands and the shows that they are able to put on. So, but David Queener, we have an excellent football game
we do
on our hands tonight in historic downtown Clinton. And we talked about it in the pregame show, how if Vegas could put odds on this thing, they would probably make Oak Ridge a 4 to 5 touchdown favorite. Clinton's having none of that tonight.
Now, Clinton's really, other than a few penalties and a turnover here and there, I mean, Clinton's played a pretty clean first. I mean, really, it's like they settled down a little bit.
And that's it. You said they settled down a little bit. Start off on the first drive and throw the interception off a halfback pass. And that's how you know. They started off with that halfback pass. Pitched it backwards to Isaiah Washington, and then he tries to hit an open man, and it's intercepted. But that's how you knew that Coach McCamey was throwing out all the stops immediately. And then there was a fumble. And in spite of that, well, let's not even stop at the fumble. Let's look at the onside kick that went 3 inches.
If it did that.
And gave Oak Ridge excellent starting field position. And in spite of all of that, the Clinton Dragons are down by 3 at halftime.
So what we talked about, Clinton not doing a lot in the pregame, they did do a little bit, but Oak Ridge has done a lot. A lot of the offsides, personal fouls, roughing the kicker, things that have helped Clinton out. And I think what's really helped Clinton out more than anything is just saying, hey, we can play with these guys. We can play with them. We're 3 points down right now. Clinton's in this ball game right here. Clinton needs to make the defensive stand of their life right here. Aaron, coming out of it in the third quarter, they need to make a defensive stand. You said it a while ago. We don't need a turnover. We need 4 and out. That's all we need. Make them punt the ball.
And what's funny is immediately after I said you don't need turnover, Clinton got the turnover. But it's the same situation applies here. You don't have to have the turnover. Just make a defensive stop and get the football back and see if you can go from there. If I'm Coach Gaddis, what I really want to guard against with my team is allowing Clinton to get in their head a little bit, because you have seen the mental mistakes, the 3 defensive offsides, like you said. You've had a personal foul. You've had an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. You've had a late hit out of bounds. It's like Oak Ridge is playing very sloppy right now.
Another thing, I think Clinton and Oak Ridge both need to worry about this. Clinton maybe a little bit more than Oak Ridge because they're not as deep, but it still would hurt. We don't need anybody to get ejected here. We need you need to stop on the whistle. We don't need a couple of unsportsmanlike, so you're going to get tossed. So we don't need for that to happen. So,
folks, we got a great atmosphere here.
There's Anthony, man. That's my man right there. Look at him. He's working hard, buddy.
Filling up those water bottles.
Him and Whip shooting. They're the water boys.
You know, he could have won $1,000 tonight if he could have made a 35-yard field goal.
He could have made one.
We've got a great atmosphere for tonight's game. We've got great football weather for tonight's game. We've got a great score on that scoreboard, and we're going to have a Mulch and More kickoff to start the third quarter when we get back.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation, Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers, a member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. Mulch & More offers mulch, the best topsoil in the area. All types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, either loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, field stone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and much more. Mulch & More offers backhoe and dump truck service. And Mulch & More can also demolish a house or building on your property, and they'll haul it off for you. Give Gary a call today at 865-740-5229 for Mulch & More in Midtown.
And we are back at Clinton City Field for tonight's high school game of the week on BBB TV. We would like to welcome all of our listeners who, or all our viewers who are checking out this game. It's a good one to check out. And tonight's game on BBB TV Channel 12 is brought to you by Wayne Fox and the fine folks at Fox Paint and Body. And they sure don't want you to have an accident, but if you do, they'll take care of you and get your car back to the way it used to be. Free estimates, and they will work with your insurance company to get things fixed right. Fox Paint and Body Shop has been a staple of the Oak Ridge community for well over 30 years. Call Wayne Fox today at Fox and Body Shop at 91 Midway Lane, Oak Ridge, 483-6000. As we can give you some scores of interest, it is Rockwood leading over Wartburg, 21-8. That's the last score we had at halftime. Of course, Greenback was up on Harriman 28-0 at half. Meigs County up on Oneida 28-0. Anderson County at the half was up 48-0 over Chattanooga Central. So Anderson County not slowing down any.
No.
Dobbins-Bennett up on Hardin Valley. There's a shocker, 17-7 at the half. Knox Catholic, another 5A powerhouse team, up 49-7 over Walker Valley at the half. Alcoa was up on Kingston, 44-0. That score in the third quarter. Loudon up on Sweetwater, 22-0. Maryville up on Ooltewah, 28-0 at the half. Bradley Central over Heritage, 26-7. Gibson Hall's tied at the half at 10. Fulton up over Campbell County. Now that's another region game from this region.
Yes.
Region 3, Class 5A. Fulton shutting out Campbell County in the second quarter 41-0. So that's and Campbell County's a solid football team this year.
They are.
But Fulton just showing you that Fulton is still one of the dominant teams in East Tennessee.
That'll be a game, the Fulton Oak Ridge games here in a couple Thursdays. It's a Thursday night. Yeah, it's a TV game on another station. That will be a good game to check out because that's going to be for the region championship. Well, maybe. Clinton could pull it off tonight. That'd be an upset tonight. It could knock Oak Ridge out of it.
So what did you think when you saw the final score of that Beard and Farragut game last night?
Maybe Farragut's not as good as we think they are.
It's possible. They beat Oak Ridge.
They did beat Oak Ridge, but, Bearden gets beat by DB. I believe, or Science Hill won. I don't remember which it is.
Science Hill, yeah.
Science Hill is another team that struggled up from that end of the state up there in Upper East Tennessee. So I really thought Farragut would probably win that thing by a couple of touchdowns.
I did too.
But I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know that Farragut's as good as people were giving them credit for.
Well, then, if you think of it that way, though, it begs the question: what about Oak Ridge? That one that you see right now on your screen in the loss column was from Farragut.
Well, I just would contribute that to being that Oak Ridge is playing up and playing a 6A team, and
That's
they
true.
played up. That's how I would be.
That's true.
That's how I'd be selling it to my kids. I mean, you're playing up and playing a team that's ranked in the top 10. Yeah, they got beat last night, but still, yet. That's a game with Oak Ridge. It's a rivalry game, and that game goes back and forth. And Farragut has had the upper hand on that thing for the last 2 or 3 years, winning that game. Here we go.
Mulch and Moore kickoff. It's going to be a short one, and Oak Ridge is going to fall on it. And Oak Ridge is going to have.
I don't understand that. I swear I don't.
You know what? I don't either.
I think I know why they done it, because they don't want the speed. They don't have to deal with Oak Ridge's speed.
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving them great field position, though.
Yeah, so Oak Ridge will start at the Wildcat 44-yard line, so 56 yards away from the end zone. We'll get to see right now what kind of adjustments both these teams made. We'll get to see what the head coaches told the kids and how it affects their mindsets coming into this game. Is Clinton going to be fired up? They're going to be able to take that momentum from the first half and bring it into the second half.
We'll see here real quick.
And will Oak Ridge calm down? We'll see. So here's Booker. Sends a man in motion and bumbles, but gets the quick pitch going over at the right side to Graham, and Graham is going to be ripped down. I'm not sure if forward progress will give him the line of scrimmage, but
I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see the Warren Gooch City Council replay.
There's a hit right here now.
And again, Booker didn't handle the snap cleanly. Yeah, just slung him backwards.
They're not going to give him that forward progress, so yeah, I guess they did. No, they didn't. They moved it back behind the chains. They didn't give him forward progress.
Yeah, he should have gained a yard.
Should have gained a yard right there.
But as it stands, Clinton will take that. It will be 2nd and 11 for Oak Ridge. So Booker gets the play call. Sends a man in motion and handoff coming around the. No, Booker with the keeper again. Boy, he's good at faking that. And he's got some room and slips again.
They need to change his cleats out.
They do. It's not good to slip on that grass, man. I'm just cringing because I know how that could lead to injury. As we see on the Warren Gooch replay, oh, gosh, Booker hold and that slip, man, that's a good way to tear an ACL.
Well, you don't want that right now.
No. But you can't do anything about it.
No.
Clinton's not doing anything. He's just got slippery cleats. But it's probably just because he's so fast. Picks up about 8. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Another man in motion. This time, Booker will keep it again, and he's got some room going around the right side. Gets it up to the Clinton. They'll give him the 37-yard line.
Picked up another Hammers first down. Rocking and rolling. Yeah. Not really good exchanges, though, between center and quarterback. A lot of bobbles. I mean, a lot of bad. I ain't going to say they're bad snaps. Booker's just not handling it.
No, he's anticipating the play call. He knows his number's called, I believe.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to look upfield to where he's gonna go. Some of these, as we're asked, beside us. I think some of these are reads, but with the center exchange, what we're talking about as, oh my gosh, what a hit. So Kalen Thompson gets the handoff and he gets rocked. And that's Blake Cooper coming from that linebacker position. Phew. Wow. Okay, so a loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11. I think my question that I had was answered. Clinton is fired up. Oh my gosh, full speed. You saw that on the Warren Cooch replay. What a hit. 2nd 11. Booker will hand off this time. Got a man going around the left side. That is Pendergrass, and he's going to be knocked out at the 25-yard line, and that will be enough to move the sticks and give Oak Ridge that Hammers first down. And Oak Ridge not in any kind of hurry at all, just walking to the line of scrimmage.
Nonchalantly, buddy.
They are, and as we said before, just waiting to see what Clinton wants to look like on defense before getting that play call from the sidelines. Booker sends a man in motion. It's Graham. Handoff goes up the middle, and pick up maybe about 5 on the play. That went to Kalen Thompson.
By far, and I've seen a lot of football this year, Oak Ridge is probably the fastest team that I've got to lay my eyes on in person anyway.
They are quick. That was Jackson Liner getting the stop there for Clinton.
I just wondered if they possibly overlooked Clinton a little bit tonight, maybe, the score being what it is.
Maybe. They're not now, that's for sure. And Booker will hand off to his running back up the middle. That is Romano. And Romano should have enough for a first down. So methodically now, Oak Ridge, not flashy, just getting it done. And that was a good job by Romano on that play to not let himself go down. He got on the ground and like he was break dancing.
Sort of just
picked up some extra yardage.
Almost a little bit like prayer football right now, just running it straight ahead a little bit.
That's it.
Just methodically picking these first down, these Hammers first downs up as they're just marching down the field.
And here's another handoff going up the middle. And just fighting is Tyrell Romano.
Another 5.
And that's fine. You'll take 5 yards to carry.
Every time in high school football, you will.
And that's going to place the ball, I believe, the 6-yard line. So Oak Ridge will have it 2nd and 4 inside the 10-yard line. Definitely in scoring position. Booker lines up in that pistol. That's how they started the game, with 2 wide receivers on either side. Calls out the play. Gets the snap, and now here's a pitch. Goes out to Pendergrass. And that was another, man, that fake had me. I thought Romano got that carry again up the middle, and instead it was Pendergrass getting the quick pitch to the outside and getting the Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown.
Well, who do you take right here? You take the kid that's going to do the dive play, which both Clinton does now. Who you going to take?
And that's a forward pass.
That's a forward pass. Yes, I agree with you.
So that will count as a touchdown pass for Booker. And
pick your evil right there.
You have to.
Who you going to take?
Yeah, and that's what makes an offense great. So now Cody on to attempt the point after. It's up, and that's no good. Okay, it's good. I'll trust the officials.
I don't.
I don't know about that one. So Oak Ridge leads this one by 10, 31-21. We'll be back after this.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is the cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
back at Clinton City Field, where it is the Dragons now trailing Oak Ridge with their biggest deficit of the game, and that's just 10 points. And that's something that none of us would have expected, David Queener.
No, this game's, Clinton's really come out and really been physical here in the second half with Oak Ridge a little bit. So this is a big offensive series right here. Let's see what the Dragons can do on this Mulch and More kickoff. Need a good return right here.
Kicking it for Oak Ridge will be Brady Hudson, who's handled the kickoff duties tonight for the most part. And this one is going deep. And Clinton will take it at the 4-yard line. So that's Cody Parker, has 2 returns for a touchdown, and that's why. What a juke move. Gets it up to the 46 before he's brought down. They're going to give him the 45, I believe, but that's Cody Parker.
Wow, what a return.
And Clinton, I said it in the pregame, that's something that they can do. They are very great at returns, got 2 for a touchdown this year. And so watch this on the Warren Gooch City Council replay. Watch this juke move. And I know you saw it live, but
whoop, whoop. I picked up another 10 or 15 yards right there.
At probably 20. And so Clinton with great field position at the 45-yard line, going to try to put some more points on the board and keep this one close. So here's a quick pitch, and Breeden gets about 3 yards on the play. That's positive. That's fine. 3 yards. That's fine. On that quick pitch.
As long as it's positive, not negative, you'll take it. You'd prefer 4 or 5, but
yeah,
we'll just take the 3 and go on.
Especially on first down.
On first down,
you don't want to get behind on first down. And they're going to give Clinton 4. So Breeden picks up 4, which brings up 2nd 6, which is even better.
It is.
So, senior quarterback Luke Harrison brings his team back up to the line of scrimmage. Has a man in motion, and here's a handoff. This goes to Breeden as well. And they're going to give him the 49. Stop made on the play by Oak Ridge's Jacob Adams.
Breeden shaking up just a little bit. I don't know if he's going to make it. Now he's going to have to come to the sideline.
And just a little bit of a hobble. Let's see if we can see what happened on this Warren Gooch City Council replay.
It's hit a little low right there, I think, like in the thigh. Might have a little stinger right there going on. You know, neither team is really in a big hurry here. We're letting the play clock's down to 18 seconds, and we're just, we're letting time tick away.
Which I think plays into Clinton's hands.
I agree.
But Oak Ridge is doing the same thing.
Oak Ridge is doing the same thing.
So on the rollout here, and Washington's open, complete, gets the completion, and gets it up to the 38-yard line. And so Washington has that, hammers first down, and Clinton's on the move. And Clinton's not going to throw the football much, but when they do, it can catch you off guard.
Yeah, they've only thrown it 2 or 3 times tonight. Maybe only completed 1 or 2. So.
And we're told now Clinton only had 10 players on the field for that.
Breeden come off, and I didn't see nobody run back on for him, so you're right.
So that's probably what happened.
That's what happened. Maybe we need to be playing with 10.
Missed opportunity for Oak Ridge there. So here's the first down. Handoff, little crossbuck play, and that goes nowhere. No gain as Reagan McCamey gets the handoff. And I'm trying to see, they've got the down and distance marker set behind the line of scrimmage, but that's not where the
ball don't look like, the marker doesn't look right across the way, but maybe it is.
It looks like they've.
Once again, the play clock's down to 15 seconds. Clinton's in no hurry. They're down by 10 though.
Well, anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 12 regardless. So here's Harrison, hands off to Breeden, who's fresh back into the game, and he's got nothing. So they'll mark him down at the 40, and it will be 3rd and 12. And 3rd and long is not a situation Clinton wants to be in.
No. I'd like to see Clinton just pick the pace up just a little bit here.
I want to go back to something you said, probably in the pregame. You said that's not a lot of kids for a 5A football team.
It's not.
What you might be seeing here is you might be seeing Clinton wearing down a little bit.
Could be.
So here's Harrison, hands off to Breeden again, and Breeden gets some positive gain. He's going to pick up about 5, but that's going to be well shy of the first down.
You know, instead of Oak Ridge trying to attack him, they're trying to strip the ball from him, and he got an extra 3 or 4 yards out of that.
Yeah.
They spun him around because they're trying to rip the ball right there. He gets another 3 yards out of that carry.
And so Clinton has a decision to make. This is kind of no man's land. You don't really want to punt it because you're so close to the end zone that
I'm going for it. What you got to lose? You're 2-5.
You're
playing
2-5.
You're playing an arch rival.
You are.
Yeah, I go for it here.
It's a tough situation because Oak Ridge just showed you they could run it down your throat and score.
We'll just have to take it here. If Ron Berry was here, he'd say the freeze play's coming up.
Well,
we're going to talk about
Clinton's going to have to take a timeout as the play clock was winding down. We'll see what they do on 4th down when we get back.
You don't take it.
Big E's Deli and Market is now open in Rockwood at 326 North Gateway Avenue. They have both 100% gas and gas with ethanol. They are open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. 7 days a week. Come by and visit the new owners of Big E's. They have all types of sandwiches in the deli, plus competitive gas prices and the coldest drinks in town. That's Big E's Market, 326 North Gateway Avenue in Rockwood.
Back at Clinton City Field for the Friday night game of the week. Brought to you by the Grove Market and the JC Market in Jackson Square. Trust these fine supporters of Wildcat football for all your convenience needs, cold drinks, snacks, and much more. They have a great friendly service and are looking forward to serving you at the Grove Market and the JC Market in Jackson Square. So out of the timeout, Clinton is bringing its offense back out onto the field. And they're going to go in a spread set. And Harrison is going to line up in a shotgun.
Playing time still on the play clock, 15 seconds.
Takes the shotgun, rolls to his right, looking, see what he can do, and throws it across the field. He's got a man there. It's caught! Touchdown, Clinton! A Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown as Isaiah Washington. Boy, Harrison fit that into a tiny little gap between a defensive back and a safety. As we see this on the Warren Gooch replay, I thought that ball was about to be picked off, and look how close it was. You had another defensive back coming across the field who almost made it there to at least knock that thing down. But Clinton gets 6 points on the board as they attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good.
It hit the goal post. Man, that play had an interception written all over.
It did, yeah. But Grumbach puts forward the extra point, and Clinton has made this a one-score game again. It is 31-28. Whew, man, I tell you what, the people supporting this game tonight are getting their money's worth, and that includes Tennessee Auto Sales, 838 Clinch Avenue in Clinton. Tom Dodson is your car connection. Has all types of financing available, including buy here, pay here. See the inventory at tncars.net or call 457-CARS. And how about Big C's Barber Shop on the east end of Oak Ridge, home of the $10 haircut? Master Barber Clarence Adamson is there to serve you in a modern barber shop with a classic feel. Clarence also offers discounts to seniors, military, police, and firefighters. So you need to go out and see him.
I ain't got much hair for the cut anyway, bud.
Well, it's $10.
I heard that. It's only 10. I might get a discount too, it says. I heard that. Wow, what a game tonight, guys. What a game.
This is a great game to be part of. The fans here are getting to see something. And, you know, you talked about earlier how Clinton could get a moral victory out of this. Right now, 2:14 left to go in the third quarter. I don't care how this thing ends. I think this is the moral victory that you were talking about.
It could be. Clinton's in the game. Much more kickoff.
And it's going to be taken at the 32-yard line by an up-back. And
he's one step. Man.
Yeah, he's going to be brought down at the 40-yard line for Oak Ridge. That was Rapogel on the return.
I don't understand it. Kick it deep, kick it out of bounds, and bring it out to 25 instead of kicking it there and letting them field it and having it at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, with a short field.
Yeah, with a short. You're giving them a short field. Oak Ridge doesn't need a short field. Let's make them play long.
So it is 2:10 left to go in the third quarter. Oak Ridge has the lead by 3 and the ball.
Clinton's come to play, that's for sure.
And handoff goes straight up the middle, and he's breaking free. That's Graham.
Uh-oh, this could be trouble. Better
and
get him.
Bring it up the left sideline. That's not Graham. I'm sorry, that's Romano. And he was finally brought out of bounds by Cooper. But that is a huge gain. And it shouldn't have been. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Clinton Dragons that get hands on him before he's finally brought down. But that Romano is a big back, and he just kept it turning on that play. So now Clinton again in no hurry. 15 seconds left on the play clock. So here's Booker, sends a man in motion. Will hand it off. That is Graham going around the right side. Got a lead blocker and picks up enough for the first down.
And there's a flag. Late here.
And if you're Clinton and you're seeing Oak Ridge just run it straight down your throat, pick up huge chunk plays, the last thing you want to do is gift them 15 yards.
Yeah, that's something you don't need to do.
So we'll get a better look at it here on the Warren Gooch City Council replay. Uses his lead blocker and then
way out of bounds and throws him right towards the fence. That's a killer right there.
It is. That will be assessed from.
That's a spot foul too, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be a spot foul, and then half the distance to the goal, which will put the ball inside the 10. I believe they're going to mark it on the 8 or the 9. So a Hammers first and goal for Oak Ridge, threatening once again. Booker has a bunch set to the right, but will run it to the left. Handoff that time goes to Romano, and Romano is stacked up.
Maybe a couple of that.
Good defense by Clinton. And Clinton trying to rip that ball free as well.
Sure.
Just not able to get it, as it will be second and goal for Oak Ridge. Maybe a pickup of 1.
Say Hard Valley cut that lead 17-14 over DV.
Yep.
Still up on by 3.
Yep. So
9 seconds. So Chris, just go. You better roll.
Booker, pistol set, 3 wide receivers to the left, 2, 1 on the play clock. Does get the snap off, and here's the option pitch. Goes out to Romano, and Romano's brought down after a gain of maybe 2 or 3. Will make it third and goal from about the 4. So they go to the short side of the field with that option play, and Romano is gobbled up. And now Oak Ridge in no hurry at all. 20 seconds on the play clock, 28 on the game clock. So there is an 8 seconds difference there. So Oak Ridge will have to take another snap before this fourth quarter starts.
Sure not in any hurry. We're down to 11 seconds on the play clock.
Booker sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, keeps it, rolls out to the left. Got a man there. It is caught. Congressman Chuck Fleischman, touchdown. Great play design there for Oak Ridge. And that was Tyrell Romano just coming across the line, as we see on the Warren Gooch City Council replay.
Yeah, Clinton needed to stop right there.
Mal Cody on to attempt the extra point with 7.2 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Oh,
And
fake.
I don't think that was meant to be a fake.
He's in.
Yeah, so the holder is Jack Rapogel, and I think he had a bad snap. I don't think he could get it snapped, and so he yelled fire and rolled around.
Well, he did, didn't he?
It was a high snap.
High snap.
And so he's looking to throw it and then walks into the end zone.
I've enjoyed doing the game with you, man. I got to go to Oak Ridge.
All right, sounds good. And just like that, I was all alone. And also, just like that, Oak Ridge was up on Clinton by a score of 39-28.
At Ciderville Music, we have Martin guitars for everyone.
I love my Elvis Presley Martin guitar. Thank you very much.
I can ride my horse and play my cowboy Martin.
Me play Big Chief Martin.
I confiscate Martins up to $50,000. Shazam! I only gave $499 for my Martin.
That's Ciderville Music 2836 Clinton Highway. Call 865-945-3595.
Back at Clinton City Field, getting ready for this Mulch and More kickoff. Call Gary Baisley at 740-5229 for all of your landscaping needs, including mulch, topsoil, sand, gravel, and they deliver as well. As Oak Ridge will kick it off, leading this game by 11 now with 7.2 seconds left in this third quarter. And the kick is a low knuckleball, taken at about the 12-yard line. And this is Parker coming around the right side. He's got some more room. It's a foot race now, crosses midfield, and he's going to be down at the 45-yard line of the Oak Ridge Wildcats, and that's how time will expire. It is the end of the third quarter. Clinton will have it 1st and 10 with a Hammers first down when we get back to start the fourth.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Back at Clinton City Field, getting ready to start this fourth quarter. I'm Aaron Harvey. I have enjoyed this immensely. Ron Berry, I want to send a shout out to him for not coming, because that allowed me to be able to be in here and witness this great game between the Oak Ridge Wildcats and the Clinton Dragons. And this game also brought to you by Laura Lynn Ryden, State Farm Insurance, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike, Suite 105. In between Firehouse Subs and Prestige Cleaners behind Home Federal Bank. Give Laura a call today at 865-483-5666 for all your auto, home, business, property, life, and health insurance needs. So after the long return from Cody Parker, it is a Hammers first down for Clinton with a short field to go, trailing this game by 11. And here's the handoff, and Washington running that Wildcats. I guess if they're playing the Wildcats, we might want to call that maybe a Wild Dragon, which sounds like a form of karate. So a pickup of 4 makes it 2nd and 6. And here's another look at that long return. Cody Parker is very good in the return game, and this is why. He has great field vision. He changes directions very quickly and slipped on that field again. So that's another person we have seen slip, but set Clinton up with great field position as Washington in the Wild Dragon again gets it up to the 38-yard line of Oak Ridge. That's going to be a pickup of 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 4 as we see the Warren Gooch replay. Washington being a little bit careless with that football. He'll need to watch out. See if Oak Ridge notices that and maybe tries going for the football. Now, the situation we have here is Oak Ridge is up 11, and that botched snap on the extra point that allowed the 2-point conversion is big, because that makes this a 2-touchdown deficit for Oak Ridge as opposed to a touchdown and a field goal, unless Clinton were to score a touchdown and go in for 2. Bobbled snap by Washington, keeps it, goes up the middle, and he's going to be short of the distance to make, but not by much. He's going to be about a yard shy. Seen a lot of bobbled snaps too, and that'll happen when you get someone who's not a natural quarterback playing that quarterback position, and Washington is going to stay in at quarterback, and we're being asked if that cold air might have something to do with it. It's very, very possible. Yeah, because this is the first evening of cooler air that we've had for high school football, and so it might be something they're dealing with. So it's 4th and 2. Washington lined up at quarterback. Hands off to Breeden. Breeden moves forward, gets about the 49, maybe a little bit more than that, and this is going to be close. So let's look on this Warren Gooch City Council replay. Breeden got stood up, and that's where he's down, where his rear end touches. And it looks like from that replay he's going to have enough for the first down. I don't think they got him a good spot, though. They're marking it short of the 34-yard line, which I think is going to be a turnover on downs. It is the spot of that football. I don't think that was a good spot. And that's going to pay for Clinton as we take another look at this in real time. If you try to slow that down there, he's not down. There's the football when his posterior goes down. It would have been that we have the benefit of replay up here, and the officials don't. That's a really hard call to make, where to spot that football. And so it's the way football's a game of inches, they say, and it's just short. So it is a Hammers first down for Oak Ridge. As here's Booker. Will hand off to Romano, and Romano gets just over the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, maybe picks up 1. And Oak Ridge is, again, not in any kind of hurry at all, as Romano gets 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. And Oak Ridge just going to let as much run off this play clock as possible. Got an 11-point lead. It's a 2-possession game. At this point, really, if you're Oak Ridge and you can burn 4 or 5 minutes on this clock, even if you don't score, it would be devastating to Clinton trying to come back and get in this game. So here's the handoff. And Pendergrass breaks free, and he's going to be brought down at the Clinton 42-yard line. Wow, these Oak Ridge athletes are shifty, as we have a Hammers first down, and we have a player for Clinton that is cramping. Gosh, Pendergrass is a good player. Something we talked about with David when he was up here. I'd like to remind you again that this game is brought to you by Big Orange Tree Service by Jason Stiltner, licensed and insured tree service, proudly serving the Oak Ridge, Clinton, and surrounding areas. Jason Stiltner has 17 years of experience. Call Jason today at 414-5499 for a fair quote with no obligations. That's Big Orange Tree Service by Jason Stiltner. And when you give him a call for your tree service needs, make sure you congratulate him on the birth of his daughter. Advanced Transmission also making this game possible tonight at 1104 Clinch Avenue in Clinton. 24-hour towing service. They offer a nationwide warranty as well. So if your transmission is beginning to slip or totally out, Trust the guys at Advanced Transmission in South Clinton, 865-463-0183 as we get that cramp handled. And it will be a Hammers first down for Oak Ridge. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. 8:45 left to go in this one. The Wildcats with an 11-point lead over Clinton. Booker lines up in that pistol set, 2 wide receivers to either side. Fakes the handoff, now gets it out in space to Pendergrass, has a wide open, and with the foot race, he's going to be drug out at the 12-yard line. That's quick. And we wonder why we hadn't seen more of that, as we're getting final scores coming in. Meigs County defeats Oneida 35-0. And Anderson County, a big winner over Chattanooga Central 48-7. Mavs are undefeated and will have East Hamilton next week. And Fulton with a shutout over Campbell County 56-0. So Hammers first down now after that big gainer from Pendergrass. It's cliche in football, but you have to get your playmakers the ball in space, and that was certainly a play of that. So a busted play now as Booker's going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, Booker went to hand the football off, and there was nobody there, as we see on the Warren Gooch replay. Yeah, Romano went to the right, and Booker thought he was going to the left, and Booker brought down on the play. And we have a stoppage. It's an official timeout because we have a player for Clinton that's a little bit shaken up. Not sure why. I guess he's maybe cramping. So while they deal with that, let's remind you that the UPS store, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike, Suite 107A, beside Firehouse Subs, is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. They can handle all your shipping needs, plus any printing needs as well. Call Brian Moore at 865-220-9782 today. Office supplies, freight services, moving supplies, and much, much more at the UPS store, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike. And I want to shout out Tim Stallings for Oak Ridge City Council as well. Tim wants to be an advocate for this great city. He says that he will work to promote strong economic development, a stable tax base, and affordable and new housing. Vote Tim Stallings for Oak Ridge City Council on November 6th, and that is paid for by the candidate. So, still tending to the injured player. Kind of a delayed injury there. So, medical staff is out there looking at him. Tonight's game being viewed on BBB TV Channel 12, but also broadcasting live on WYHM 580 AM and 103.9 FM in Rockwood tonight. We are happy to have you along on your TVs and in your cars. So while this is going on, well, we're going to take a break, but it looks like they're going to get the injured player off the field, and he's really hurt. And that's interesting. That is Anthony Krause being shaken up, and that was a delayed injury. He lined up like he was going to go back out there and then plopped down saying he couldn't, but he looks really injured. He's not putting any weight at all on his left leg as he's being helped off the field. So we hope that Krause is okay. As Oak Ridge will have it, second and about 4. It's going to be just inside the 10-yard line. Booker has Romano right behind him. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sends a man in motion. And now a quick pitch goes out to the left side. That is a speed option, and that goes to Graham, and he's going to be stopped short of the end zone. But that will be enough for a Hammers first down, and it will be first and goal for Oak Ridge. And again, Oak Ridge in no hurry. 11-point lead, Time winding down, 7:30 left to go in the fourth quarter now. Trying to make this one a 3-score game. And now Oak Ridge lining up with a bunch formation to the right. Booker takes a snap and will hand off to Romero. Romero driving, and he drives into the Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown. And his legs just keep churning and churning, and he's got a cramp. So he worked really hard for that touchdown, as we can see on the Warren Gooch City Council replay. He stopped right there, or should have been, but just kept going, and then reached that football out to cross the goal line. And that's interesting. He's getting that stretched out. They're doing calf stretches now, as we could see with our camera angle really well. Pushing back on the ball of his foot. Those stretches are painful, but having a cramp is even more painful. As Oak Ridge has now pushed this lead out to 17 points with an extra point pending. So Romano is able to get up on his own and walk off the field. And I'm guessing at this point now, with Oak Ridge up 3 scores with under 7 left in this game, he's probably going to be done for the night. As Mal Cody comes in to attempt the extra point. We were talking about Mal Cody. We didn't get to really go into it about how he has a strange last name. It's Mal Cody, and that doesn't sound like too strange of a name, but it's spelled Meikodaj. Don't ask me. Snap, and the snap is bobbled again. And so Oak Ridge going to try again for another 2-point conversion, and it is good. Replogle getting a lot of work, as he now has officially 4 points on the night. And Oak Ridge has bumped this lead out 47-28. And that is a 19-point advantage. And Clinton, I think, has just run out of gas. We'll have a Mulch and Moore kickoff, as Clinton will have offense again when we get back.
The Harriman Utility Board is committed to providing safe and reliable natural gas service to our customers in Harriman and Roane County through the use of safe operational procedures with trained and knowledgeable personnel. An odorant is added to natural gas and maintained to a certain level so that in the event of a gas leak, it can be easily detected. If you smell or suspect a natural gas leak, please call the Harriman Utility Board at 882-3242. We can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Planning a funeral can be difficult at best, but it can be a lot easier if you work with people who care. That's Davis Funeral Home in Harriman and Wartburg. Davis Funeral Home gives attention to every detail, ensuring your loved ones will be remembered with honor and integrity. Davis Funeral Home works very hard to give you the most professional service possible. Davis Funeral Homes, Morgan Avenue in Harriman and Old Mill Road in Wartburg. Davis Funeral Homes, people who care.
It's the game of the week on BBB TV Channel 12. I'm Aaron Harvey. As we have a Mulch and Moore kickoff, call Gary Baisley, 740-5229, as Oak Ridge will kick it deep this time, and it will go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Clinton will have possession at the 20-yard line, trailing now by 19 points. This has been a valiant effort by these Clinton Dragons. And we were talking earlier about how maybe Clinton needs a moral victory tonight. They'll have 2 region games after this, very important region games if they want an opportunity to make it to the postseason. And they'll have Campbell County and Karnes, 2 winnable games, I think, for this Clinton team. But they need a morale boost. And I think being able to come out here and show that they can play with Oak Ridge for 3 quarters is that morale boost that they might be looking for. So here's the first down snap. And toss goes to Washington around the left side, and he's going to get tripped up. And he's hurt. We'll see this on the Warren Gooch replay. His leg was rolled over very awkwardly, And I saw that when that happened. Watch here. He slips again, and then, yeah, that's painful. And he immediately just comes off the field. And his night's probably done. We hope that he's okay. Let's get a better look at this here as we get the slowed down version. See, look, he tries to keep his balance. He slips, which we've seen tonight, and then that right leg just gets rolled over. Yeah, and his ankle was turned the wrong way. Here's a snap for Clinton trying to make something happen. On the carry for Clinton that time was Shootman, who has a score tonight. But no gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 10. Under 6 minutes to go in this one. It's looking more and more like Oak Ridge is going to be able to pull this one out. But can't say enough about the effort that Clinton put forward in this game. Harrison will take the snap under center, has a man in motion, fakes the handoff, rolls out on the bootleg, has a guy there, and it is, off his fingertips. That would have been enough for the first down. Trying to get Brantley Nichols on that one, a senior wide receiver. Good play. The bootleg. Had a receiver going across the field. That would have been enough for the first down. But Nichols just couldn't hang on to it. And now Clinton will have to be in punt formation. It's Edward Landfair. And now Clinton will have to run a man onto the field. Been caught with 10 men on the field a couple times tonight. Plenty of time. Punts up. It is a wobbly spiral taken at the 49 of Oak Ridge by Pendergrass. And Pendergrass breaks it open right up the middle. And he is going to go up the right sideline into the end zone for the Congressman Chuck Fleischman touchdown. That is a 51-yard return.
For the Oak Ridge touchdown.
And now Oak Ridge has officially put this game away. I'm looking. There are no flags on the play. Let's look at this Warren Gooch City Council replay. That little hesitation. I don't know if you guys got to see Devin Hester play, one of the best return men in NFL history, but he liked to start his returns with that little hesitation. Kind of got the defense to stand up a little bit, and then he would take off. Pendergrass does that right there and gets all the way into the end zone. So now let's see if Malcody can actually kick an extra point, because the last 2 attempts have not been successful. Another bad snap.
Is good.
Yeah, that time for Oak Ridge, I think Replogle was just tired of running and said, I'm putting this down anyway. So Oak Ridge now with a 54-28 lead will have the kickoff to Clinton when we get back.
Breaker, breaker, good buddy. We've just rolled in from Georgia with a truckload of throw rugs.
That was back in my truck driving days, many years ago. Rugs are still rolling in from Georgia every month, featuring Oriental and contemporary area rugs, carpet-style throw rugs, and much more. All rugs are sold at the lowest prices possible. Find your rug at Hammer Stores.
Back at Clinton City Field for the game of the week. Oak Ridge leads this one 54-28. If you're just joining us, it has not been like that the entire game. This has been a great football game.
Cody Parker.
As now we will have a Mulch and More kickoff. Give Gary Baisley a call for all your landscaping needs at 740-5229, located on Roan State Highway in Harriman. So it's Brady Hudson going to kick this one away. He's got Parker deep, and he will kick it so that Parker can return this one. And the kickoff is taken at about the 8. And here's Parker again in open field. Gets it up. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 46-yard line, but Cody Parker hasn't quit yet.
Cody Parker.
And I say that. I say Cody Parker hasn't quit yet. I don't want to indicate that Clinton has quit either. As we get another look at this with the Warren Gooch City Council replay. Parker takes that one at about the 9, I think. And just has great vision. Use the lead blocker there, get those extra yards. Great returns by Parker tonight. I feel like Clinton has just run out of gas. Oak Ridge could throw more bodies at them than Clinton could throw at Oak Ridge. And I think the score you see now is a product of that. So Clinton with 4:52 left in this game, trailing by 26. Here's the snap. And
Cody Parker on the
that's Parker again. Get the ball to your playmakers. That's Parker going around the left end. Tries to hurdle and is met in midair. We get a look at this replay. Just a jet sweep. And Parker tries to jump up, doesn't make it. He wasn't knocked down. Give him a lot of credit. That reminded me of one of the final plays from the Little Giants when Icebox and Spike met in midair. You know what I'm talking about, Brad. Same result, too. So Harrison, the senior, brings his team back up to the line. Under center, has a man in motion. Hands off right up the middle. And a lot of room on the handoff there. That's Shootman. Shootman has had a good game for Clinton. As that time he runs into the official. He's trying to use him as a shield. So as we see this replay, man, that official tried so hard to get out of the way. And you see Shootman gets up and slaps the ball. He's mad. He's like, I could have had more yards, man. Get out of my way. So Clinton on the move. It is a Hammers first down at the 42-yard line of Oak Ridge. Here's a handoff. Ooh. And a huge hit that time by Kalen Thompson. Hits Parker. Parker's getting beat up out there. But he was able to pick up 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Clinton as time is running down. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this game. Clinton in no hurry now. It's one of those situations where you're down enough, you're down more than 3 scores. This game is over for all intents and purposes. Just try to make something positive out of it. And that's what Clinton's doing right now, methodically moving the football. As here's another handoff, and stopped at the line this time was Reagan McCamey.
Reagan McCamey on the carry. Smith on the stop.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd down for the Dragons.
And now 2:20 left to go in this game. So time just winding down. Folks, if you are just joining us, you have missed a heck of a football game. Can't tell by the score right now, but Oak Ridge able to pull away late in the 3rd and in the 4th quarter. As here's a handoff. This one goes to Breeden, who's also had a great game. Picks up maybe 2.
Adams on the stop for Oak Ridge.
So that'll bring up a 4th and 5. Can't imagine Clinton punting the football here. Maybe going for it, and if they don't get it, I can't imagine Oak Ridge taking another snap other than to take a knee. So we'll see what happens. 1.5 minutes left to go in this one. So Harrison does have a wide receiver out wide right. Now puts a man in motion to the left. And Breeden gets the handoff on the crossbuck, and he'll pick up 1. That will not be enough. The clock will stop for the turnover on downs. Oak Ridge will have the football. Again, I can't imagine Oak Ridge doing anything except either taking a knee or just running it up the middle.
First down.
With maybe someone we've not seen yet in this game. It is a Hammers 1st and 10 for Oak Ridge. And at the end of the third quarter, we're finding out that Whitwell leads South Pittsburgh 27-6. Some Class A action for you. It's a final. Midway defeats Sunbright 46-6. And here's a handoff right up the middle for for Oak Ridge. And maybe a pickup of one. As we do have a new quarterback in the game. That is Mitchell Gibbons. We did see him earlier. $50 seconds left on the game clock. 20 seconds left on the play clock. So one more snap will do this one. And there's a handoff. It goes to Johnson. Jacquez Johnson had some open field, but is tackled by Brantley Nichols. And with under 30 seconds left in this game, Oak Ridge does not have to run another play. They might to give some of their young guys a little bit of experience on a Friday night. And they will not. So 10 seconds. The clock is winding down. The Oak Ridge Wildcats will stay undefeated in Region 3 5A action, defeating Clinton tonight by a final score of 54-28. We will talk more about this one. As the score goes final, let's take a break and then come back, and then we'll send it over to David Queener and Jonathan Cox for the Friday night scoreboard show.
As you drive home tonight, RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Rome Metals, we treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back at Clinton City Field, where tonight Oak Ridge has defeated the Dragons of Clinton 54-28. You're seeing that final score. If you're seeing that for the first time, that's not an indication of how this game went. The halftime score, in fact, was 24-21 in favor of Oak Ridge, and Oak Ridge had to kick a last-second field goal at the end of the first half to take that three-point lead into halftime. And then Oak Ridge got the ball to start the second half. They scored to go up by 10. Actually, it was 11 because of a botched extra point. Clinton drove right straight down and scored a touchdown of their own. And then that was the last scoring for the Clinton Dragons, and the rest of the points were put up by Oak Ridge. So the final score was 54-28. I'd like to run down a couple more final scores real quick before we send it back. And also I want to let you know that Jimmy Long invites you to the other one. And if you've not been to the other one, you don't know what you're missing. I say that from personal experience. Great food like the Wildcat Burger, the Vol Burger, the Tank Burger, and even the Great Gaddis Burger. Stop by the other one, Diner, Deli, and Dive, located in historic Grove Center at 178 Randolph Road, or call ahead at 865-272-3025. And try the Tobin. 2 grilled cheeses for buns. That's insane. Also, Wayne Fox and the fine folks at Fox Paint and Body sure don't want you to have an accident, but if you do, they'll take care of you and get your car back the way it used to be. Free estimates, and they will work with your insurance company to get things fixed right. Fox Paint and Body Shop has been a staple of the Oak Ridge community for well over 30 years. Call Wayne Fox today at Fox Paint and Body Shop, 91 Midway Lane, Oak Ridge, 483-6000. And tonight's broadcast also brought to you by the Grove Market and J&C Market in Jackson Square. Trust these fine supporters of Wildcat football for all your convenience needs, cold drinks, snacks, and much more. They have a great friendly service and are looking forward to serving you at the Grove Market and the J&C Market in Jackson Square. Some final scores tonight, or some updated scores of what we have. Rockwood up on Wartburg 41-14 in the fourth quarter. Midway defeats Sunbright 46-6. It was Oliver Springs getting the forfeited win over Oakdale. Greenback defeats Harriman 48-14. Meigs County a winner over Oneida 35-0. Hardin Valley up on Dobyns Bend at 30.